perfect 1-2 punch for your workday.
844-204-RICH, number to dial. For small businesses, every hire counts, and so does your time. Hiring can quickly become overwhelming, from sorting applications to figuring out who's truly qualified. And that's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps. It streamlines the process so you can focus on connecting with the right candidates and not managing the noise. Hire right the first time. Post your job and get $100 off towards your job post at linkedin.com/Eisen. That's linkedin.com/Eisens. Terms and conditions apply. Joe in Houston, Texas, has been hanging on for quite some time. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, Rich? How y'all doing, fellas?
What's going on?
Man, what up?
Man, look, let me say this. As a Raider fan of 50 years, now that tells you something.
Yep.
I'm originally from L.A., so I've been a fan of this team for a long time. I've seen a lot of the Max Crosby's come and go. So we've lost players and this, that, and the third. I get it. But as I was telling your producer, man, most Raider fans don't understand this because a lot of them haven't lived through it. But this is the first time since John Gruden, and I'm talking about the first stint, John Gruden, that this Raider team has honestly and truthfully blown it up to the point where we will have a system. And what I mean by having a system, the Raiders have always been known to draft the fastest, the biggest, the most athletic. That's the Heisman Trophy winners, everything that brings and put asses in the seats. But it doesn't mean or replicate good football players. When you come to a system like you have with this Shanahan system, which Kubiak is a portion of or basically a product of, that system is built on drafting football players that fit a system. That's why I'm glad, Rich, that you've been on here, proponent of, no, don't trade that pick, get Mendoza. Don't do this, do that. You know, because a lot of the people out here on ESPN, you got to blow this thing up completely. Yeah, you do have to blow it up completely. But as I said before, this is the first time they're going to be building a system where they're going to draft players that fit that system. If they don't fit the system, they won't be in that organization. That's what Spytek and Brady is bringing to the organization, a modern-day run organization. This Max Crosby thing, let me touch on that right quick. As a fan, as I say again, I want him gone. I think he wants to be gone. And if that's the case, then so be it. It's going to help us build our team because timelines don't match up. The timelines do not match up. He's upset and he's pissed. Okay. The longest tenure Raider on the team right now is Colton Miller. Colton Miller ain't said a damn thing. But he's one of the better tackles in the league. He's one of the better left tackles in the league. But he hasn't said a damn thing.
Well, Joe, let me just say this. Let me just jump in here. Max Crosby hasn't said anything either. You know what I mean? Like these are all reports that are ascribed to him that he's told the Raiders he doesn't want to play another down for him again. And you know, here's the thing. And thanks for the call, Joe. And I love your passion, man. Call back.
point where I think they have to do something.
Yeah, they got it. Now, I was reading some Utah stuff because Utah is doing this. And by the way, JJR or JJ Triple J. I always want to call him JJR.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah,
really good player.
JJA.
Traded to Utah at the trade deadline.
He has been shut down for surgery. But I go back and look at it now, and we were complaining that Utah was pulling their great players, Lauri Markkanen, Triple J,
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And the general sentiment is in Utah among Utah Jazz fans was positive. They were like, this is an interesting way to split the difference. We can't get better unless we keep our draft pick. So we want to be bad, but we also want to see our players, so we at least see them for 3 quarters.
It's better than just shutting guys down for the night, which is what a lot of teams did. The Lakers did it 2 nights ago. Even if they were legitimately hurt, and I think a lot of these guys are.
Yeah.
That's what the league has to examine. And remember, if you're a Utah fan, Danny Ainge is running the Jazz now. This is what he did in Boston.
Yeah.
And it ended up getting him Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And a few years later, they win the title.
Yep.
So the Astros did it in baseball. They tanked for 3 or 4 years, ended up getting Bregman, Correa, Altuve.
Cubs did it, too. Cubs had a 60-win season where they loaded up. Actually, speaking of loading up, the Los Angeles Dodgers have agreed on a 1-year contract extension for Max Muncy, $10 million guaranteed.
That's a good deal for both sides.
$7 million salary for 27, $10 million club option for 2028. So Max Muncy is back. Also, the Dodgers have agreed to terms with Kike Hernandez on a 1-year contract for $4.5 million. So Kike and Max Muncy coming back. Why would you break that thing up? Why break it up?
I wouldn't.
No.
And I like that. I like that price.
Yeah, those are good numbers.
And Kike is just so valuable for the postseason. He's one of those guys that turns up the volume in the postseason and has big moments when you need him to.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, a lot of times when I'm watching the playoffs, I'm like, damn, I wish Kike was up right here. I wish Kike was in this spot because Kike's just got a knack.
And Max Muncy be one of the best players on almost any other team in baseball. Right. He hits home runs all the time. So glad to have him back.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I've never seen a player. Rajon Rondo used to be a little like this, who he was better in the playoffs than he was in the regular season, but he was really good in the regular season. Kike sucks in the regular season. Like he's a liability. But when the playoffs roll around, exactly what you said, Mace, all the Dodger fans want him up, and the other team doesn't want anything to do with him. So that's a skill. If you can flip a switch in the postseason and continually perform on that stage, why wouldn't you want that guy?
Exactly. So we got him. We're ready for the postseason. Oh, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but come on. We're going to win that division going away. Meanwhile, hey, tomorrow, John, you're not going to be here.
Correct. All-Star break.
You're going on vacation, which you well deserve. But we are going to do, because Valentine's Day is Saturday, we are going to do the dating game.
Okay.
Yes. So here's what we're going to do. Emily is going to be our bachelorette.
So I'm a single person out in the world trying to meet some people, so let's try this.
So we are looking for 3 bachelors to play along. Now, Emily isn't really. Are you going to go on a date with the person or no? Up in the air.
We'll see how the game takes us.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good attitude. And so, do you want to go for a practice run? You want to pretend I'm one of the guys and try something on me?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the basic question of the dating game is, what's your ideal day?
My ideal day is to be somewhere warm, like Southern California. Get up early, play golf, come back, take you to lunch, then go to work for a few hours, then go out that night to dinner, maybe a movie, maybe a concert, and then lather, rinse, repeat the next day.
All right. Your perfect day includes work, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is. Your perfect day does include work.
I got to pay for the golf and the dinner and the
there
thing.
you go. All right, Mason, what is your ideal day?
My ideal day is...
wake and bake?
Yeah, let's keep it simple. A nice wake and bake. Brian, you've been there.
Yes, I would say that is also included in my perfect day, you know?
See, I like to work out, then wake. So I like to wake, work out, and then bake.
Good combo.
In that order.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I'm going to create some questions. And
Okay.
So if you are interested in being one of the contestants on the dating game,
Yep.
they can DM you, right, Mace?
Yep. DM
What
me
is your handle?
at Venice Mace.
And your DMs are open?
They are open. They are always open. No one cool ever slides into them. But Venice Mace, M-A-S-E, is my handle.
You do not have the success that Ryan Russillo has with people sliding into your DMs?
I don't think he'd exactly what Ryan got.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't see the picture that Ryan mistakenly sent out.
I did get hit on once on DM.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, because of Juan. That's why not.
Oh, there you go.
But yes,
no. But I'm just saying, take your shot.
Yeah. So if you want to be one of the contestants in tomorrow's dating game, then DM me at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E.
And give a little description of yourself, why you think you'd be a great candidate. Be prepared to speak on air tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to have to make your case on the radio.
And be free somewhere in the 2 o'clock hour.
2 o'clock hour.
Probably at the top of the hour. So be free then.
Yep.
Give yourself a little bio.
Yep.
And DM Mace.
There you go.
Venice Mace.
At Venice Mace, M-A-S-E. By the way, I'm going to become active on social media again.
Oh, good.
Wow.
I decided I was taking a break from social media, but I'm working on a new show, and it's just better if I'm on social media for it.
Will you be doing TikToks?
I will be doing TikToks. I've not done a TikTok in a while.
Can I say something that I think has been great that I've been witnessing?
Say it.
So, I listen to the Bill Simmons show a lot, and
Did you ever watch the show on Netflix?
Occasionally,
Yeah.
I did after Sunday's game because I wanted to see him squirm.
Right.
But he has been having just amazing front-facing camera reaction shots. One time he did it to the announcement that Harden was moving, and it was the most boomer post I've ever seen. The music was too loud. He was just talking over it. And then last night, I think he did one to the show Tell Me Lies on Hulu, and it's just a generational run. So I would encourage you to just let it be free. Let you post whatever you want to post, however you want to post it. Show a little personality. I think it'd be fun.
Come on, follow me at Venice Mace. We're going to have some fun. How about that? So, by the way, where did this tweet come from that you sent me?
Okay, I just saw it on Twitter.
This is
yesterday.
actually exactly where we are right now. Go ahead and hit it now.
All right, so here's the tweet, and I'm going to give credit. Subscribe to the Ball Patreon. So, the NBA regular season podcast cycle, October through December. The NBA is back. This is so exciting. January through February, trade deadline season. Let's go. Post deadline February through March. Here's why the NBA should be abolished. And then April through June, nice, the playoffs are here.
Yeah, that really does sum up the year of that sums up an NBA season. And we are at the point, we're at the complaint point.
Yeah, everybody's mad.
We're at the let's fix it part. Happens every year. The let's fix it part happens every year. By the way, Pepe's coming in today, I think, and Michael's coming in.
They're supposed to. Both of them.
We got to make sure after that caller yesterday during Sports Graffiti that we can hear Pepe. Now, if you want to hear what he said on the show on Tuesday.
It's on the tape.
It's on the tape.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give that a listen.
Yeah, you can listen to the tape.
Yeah. All right. One of the angriest coaching tirades I have seen in a long time.
I'm not sure this coach knows how this came off.
Yes.
But we'll play it for you and you can decide.
All right. We will do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers face the Mavericks tonight at home before the All-Star break. The Toyota Lakers countdown with Beto Duran starts at 5:30 with tip-off at 7. Hear it on your afternoon drive on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Your heart works hard for you every day. February is American Heart Month, and it's a great time to check in on your heart health. Hey, it's Chris Morales, and Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, all focused on protecting what matters most, your heart. Their teams combine advanced treatments with compassionate, personal care right here in Southern California. So this month, take a step towards better health. Get moving, eat well, or schedule that checkup. Providence is here to support healthier hearts in every community. Learn more at providence.org/SoCal Heart.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where legends rise and history is made. February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Tickets at genesisinvitational.com.
And straight to the championship with a brand new truck from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax, only from Northridge and Wonders Toyota. You got a trade-in? Your ride could be worth more than you think. So get in the game with Northridge and Wonders Toyota. They make it easy.
2025 Toyota Tacoma 2.4L Turbo, model 7162G, VIN number 32YJDAHN 1ST037657. Base excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing.
In Los Angeles, business is personal. It's built on trust, shared goals, and showing up where fans live and listen. At ESPN LA, we don't just close business, we open partnerships. We're hiring audio, play-by-play, and digital marketing consultants, local experts who know how to connect brands through ESPN LA's talent, digital platforms, events, and the power of Lakers, USC, Rams, Kings, Angels, and LAFC play-by-play. This role is about listening first, creating custom solutions, and building long-term relationships with businesses across one of the most iconic sports markets in the world. If you are driven, collaborative, and ready to represent the best brands in sports, this is your opportunity. Competitive pay, full benefits, real growth. Open your next partnership with ESPN LA. Apply today at goodkarmabrands.com/careers. goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Join ESPN LA Thursday, February 12th from 3 to 5:30 as myself and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show broadcast live at Hollywood Park Casino for the House Rules grand opening. Come meet sports legends, enjoy food, drinks, and prizes inside LA's hottest card room. Visit playhpc.com/events for more info.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really. Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
We talked about it, about switching Mason Ireland to Ireland, and Mason
Oh my God, that just wouldn't
and
even
Mason
sound right.
lost his mind.
Oh, yeah,
No, that's why I made $1 more than he did.
He makes $1 more than me.
We negotiated that 30 years ago.
Yeah, and it's worth it every single year.
Mason and Ireland, right now.
I'll turn the mic on. Hey, what's up, people? This is a little wonky inside thing. They're going to have the Academy Awards in a few weeks. How much do you think Warner Brothers has got 2 actors up for Best Actor? Michael B. Jordan and Leonardo DiCaprio.
For Sinners
and One Battle After Another.
Okay.
How much do you think they're spending to campaign for those guys to win?
And just those 2, right?
Just
Not
those-
their entire
just
campaign?
those 2.
Oh, I don't know. Are they not spending any, or are they spending a lot?
They're spending $30 million to campaign for those guys. Ooh. And by the way, Timothée Chalamet is going to win anyway.
For Supreme?
Marty Supreme, yeah.
I'm interested to see whether that money also is being spent on the total campaigns, because both One Battle After Another and Sinners are being for Best Picture, and Actress and a bunch of other writing, directing.
Yeah. It's sort of the game behind the game. You think it's just a vote and somebody's going to. No, they're campaigning. They're basically buying votes and receptions and that kind of stuff. U.S. men's hockey just started. They are playing Latvia, and we will keep track of that game for you at the Olympics.
And we have Luke on in about an hour.
We'll get Luke's take. It'll be during the game.
And Canada played this morning.
Yep. So we'll get that readout from Luke. In the meantime, John, you came across this clip of the head basketball coach at Kansas State. And they apparently had a pretty rough game.
Right. They've lost their last 2 games and by like 30 points each. And they lost last night to Cincinnati by 29. So this is Jerome Tang. He is the head coach at Kansas State of the basketball team. And I can't remember the last time I saw a coach throw his own team under the bus the way this guy does. Listen.
This was embarrassing. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. It is just ridiculous. We got practice at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will get this thing right. These dudes got to have some. They got some pride, man. They got some pride. It means something to wear a K-State uniform. It means something to put on this purple, man. Everything this university is about and all that it's been about, why I love this place, man. Like, they don't love this place, so they don't deserve to be here.
All right. Obviously, very pointed criticism.
Yes, very.
But isn't the one person who could fix it the guy who just said it?
It's kind of him.
Isn't this a huge indictment on the coach?
Although
he's got guys that don't care. He's got guys that don't play with passion. He's got
guys that are going into the transfer portal maybe and going to another school.
Right. And if he said, there's just zero accountability on behalf of the coach, isn't there?
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're playing for him and he can't motivate him.
I didn't hear a lot of we in there. I heard a lot of they.
Yeah, a lot of they. And, think about, for example, when you hear Sean McVay, I need to do a better job.
Right.
This is like, you guys are the problem. And I don't know how that plays the rest of the season. Like, do you think he's going to get a better performance out of this team after berating them essentially from the podium?
Well, not only berating them, but telling them they're worthless and that they're not going to be there next year. If I'm a player, I'm like, why don't I want to play for this guy?
Right, exactly.
I don't think this had the intended result that this guy was hoping for.
No, not at all.
I think he set himself up for a ton of criticism, and I'm not sure I'd want to play for him.
Yeah. I do know that there are some people, though, that respond. You can either give someone a carrot or a stick.
Yes.
Carrot is a good positive reinforcement. Stick is negative reinforcement to get someone to be better.
Yeah.
There are some people that get there with the stick, that get there with negative reinforcement. Maybe there's guys on that team that are like, you know what? I'm going to prove my coach wrong. I'm going to play better, and then I'm going to leave the team.
I think literally this guy has a stick that he's going to start using on these guys.
Could be true.
He has a stick. It's interesting.
In an era of player empowerment where I can go anywhere, it doesn't sound like he wants any of these current players.
No, it sounds like
anyway.
none of these are his
but
guys.
Why, if I was a good player, why would I want to go in the middle of Kansas to play for this guy?
By the way, and especially after hearing this, anybody that hears this is like, well, I'm not going there. Yeah, it is the middle of Kansas on top of everything else.
Donning the purple. It's like, I don't know. It's like, does it feel like it's not like you're a Duke?
We are out of that era. We are out of the era of I'm proud to be in this I'm proud to accept this check in order to play here.
Right.
But I don't think there's that people are always going where the next big check is. So it sounds like half this team could be gone next year, maybe playing somewhere else, maybe not playing at all.
And he recruited them.
Yeah,
he got them to play
guys.
there. So these are also players that he chose to build his team around.
That's a great point. He picked them. He decided to pay them. He controls the NFL, the NIL, and who gets the most money. This is an indictment on him.
Yeah. So, John, curler Rich Ruonen.
Yeah.
54 years old.
Yeah, I saw him last night.
He became the oldest American to compete at the Winter Olympics, which I think is cool. curling is obviously a sport that you can do
I tried to watch it
regardless of
today,
age.
and it's very hard to figure out how that game is scored.
Well,
do you understand it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was watching. It was the U.S. women against the Korean women.
Yes.
Okay, and the U.S. women were ahead 5-4.
Yep.
But then each one of them threw like 5 stones each, and the score never changed.
Did they land in the house?
Yeah, all
as
of them
they
were.
say.
All of them were on the button, as they were calling it.
On the button, they were all there. Well, did it not add up at the end?
At the end, they announced, okay, USA gets a point, and they were up 6-4. But there was no change in the scoring for probably 8 straight throws of stones. So is it like tennis? You don't get credit for the game until you win a certain amount of points?
Yeah,
And
Brian, what's the latest on curling? Did you get it?
I'm with John. I've watched a fair amount of it, and I'm still pretty confused.
Do you understand when and how the score changes? Because I don't.
I don't either, honestly.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I'm like, my mom was such a good sweeper. She would be great at curling.
And now the sweepers, I thought one of these people hit the stone. Are you allowed to hit the stone?
No, you're not. I don't think you're allowed to touch a stone. You're saying with the
broom.
broom? I don't
and they're
think.
not. By the way, they're not wearing skates. Do you understand why they're not wearing
flat
skates?
shoes? Yeah.
Apparently, Rachel Nichols is super into curling.
She's on the board.
She's on their advisory
Yeah,
board.
how would that have happened? How would Rachel Nichols have
I
gotten
would
onto the advisory for the national curling team?
I would suggest watching the 9:00 hour of Sedano and Kat
Oh,
yesterday.
was she on there?
Rachel was on, and she talked about her journey there. But it's a long journey, and it's an interesting conversation if you're interested in that. But
So it happened yesterday?
it happened
That
yesterday.
means
It's on the tape.
It's on the tape.
It is on the tape.
So if you can go back and listen.
Okay, so this guy, Rich,
Yes.
is 54 and is competing at the Olympics.
Yes, Rich
I'm just gonna say,
Ronanen.
if you can be at the Olympics doing it at 54,
You are so ageist.
I'm just saying.
You are such
you're
an
not at the
ageist
prime
person.
of your career. And
All
you're,
of your
prime of
boomer this and boomer that. It's
Tom
like
Brady played in the NFL at 45. Is the NFL a sport?
That's 10 years younger than this guy, Rich.
why
If
do
you're
you
doing
why
it
do you
at
dislike
54,
older people so much?
Time to die, boomer.
Yeah, there you go. Time to die, boomer. Why do you dislike boomers and older people as much as you do?
Tiger Woods just turned 50. If he won a golf tournament, would you say golf's not a sport?
When was the last time he won a golf tournament?
Like
been a while.
4 years ago.
Okay. I'm
But
just saying, if you're not
Jack
in your athletic
Nicholson
prime
won the
at 54,
Masters at 46.
46, yeah.
That's still younger than this guy, Rich. Once you're over 50, I think
I
you
saw
can
an
do
interview
the
with this
Olympics.
guy, and I thought he came off great.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy.
Are we going to put Mahjong in the Olympics next? Like, what are we doing?
Why not?
Mahjong?
Mahjong's hard, right?
Yeah, Mahjong is difficult. That's a by the way, I always think, did you watch any, this is my least favorite Olympic sport. Of both Olympics. Any idea?
Synchronize something.
No. Ice dancing. Oh my God. It is so
What's the difference between ice
stupid.
dancing and ice skating?
It's like pair skating without any jumps and without any throws and any of that stuff.
You're just
It is-
out there dancing on your skates?
It's literally for the Dancing with the Stars crowd. And my mom, when's the ice dance? I think everybody's mom probably likes ice dancing. I think it's ridiculous.
I never understood the biathlon. You ski for a little bit, then you pull out a gun, you shoot something,
shoot a
then you put the
target.
gun back, and you keep skiing again. Who came up with that?
Yeah, I think the Norwegians, because they win every single medal in biathlon and cross-country skiing, too. I think the guy that won more medals than anybody in Winter Olympics history is a cross-country skier from Norway. Somebody
Was
can
he
check me on
76?
that. Boy, there you go.
You are
There
ageist.
you go.
When these guys call for the dating game, what's your max age that you will accept?
Yeah, that's true.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Max age is 37.
Okay.
How did you arrive at that exact figure?
Well, the
Just randomly.
The thing for men is supposed to be half your age plus 7.
yeah.
So you'd be 15.
That's that's the low end. Yeah.
So 22, okay?
No, I can't date anybody younger than 25.
All right, so it has to be between 25 and 37.
Yes.
That's your range.
As
okay.
a grown-up, I once dated a 22-year-old. I was probably in my 30s.
Okay.
And I realized, and it was cool. It was fun. Nice guy. But at one point, we went to bed one night, and I opened a book about the history of the Nixon White House.
Yeah. He's playing Cocomelon.
And he was on like a Game Boy thing, and I'm like, we have nothing in common. We have what can we possibly talk about?
I used to have a rule that if a girl couldn't name all 4 of the Beatles, I was out.
It's a good one.
Can you name all 4 of the Beatles?
You've asked me this before, but George Harrison, Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney, and John Lennon.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's a guy, Stewart, that used to be in the band, no longer.
My litmus test is always Anchorman. If you think Anchorman is funny, then I'm in. If you don't think Anchorman is funny, then I'm out. We just don't have the same sense of humor at all.
Nowadays, it's where were you on 9/11? Because if you weren't born, then that calls into question.
Yeah, there are a lot of these NBA kids weren't born on 9/11.
Yeah, weren't born yet till
It's
after.
a damper, but
Yeah. All right. Coming up next, if LeBron did wind up in Cleveland, would he be the 4th option? Do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Laker fans, time to talk about National University. Dr. Mark Milliron was at the games last week, and I was talking to him about how many people National University helps. And he was saying what they love more than anything is to help veterans and working students. That's their wheelhouse. Anybody can consider National University, but if you're in one of those 2 groups, you got to check it out. Born and built right here in Southern California. NU is a nonprofit university that helps with more than 150 degree programs, credentials, and certificates designed for people ready to take the next step. And what they specialize in are Anders, somebody that has a job, and they might be a student, and they might have a family, and they might have something else going on. They're here for all your ands. 4 and 8 week online courses, a great transfer credit policy, millions in scholarships awarded each year. They're a proud sponsor of the Lakers, proud sponsor of ESPN LA. And if you're interested in anything I'm talking about, just go to their website. It'll answer any questions you have. nu.edu. nu.edu. Check them out today. National University.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
I love wedding cake.
Did you guys freeze your cake?
So you take like a slice of it and you put it in the freezer, and like on your first anniversary, you
You see my family, my brothers, there was no cake left.
Yeah.
Well,
they take the first piece out and then they freeze it.
Gone. Everything gone.
By the way, D, you know what it tastes like? Crappy freezer brewed cake.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Get ready, SoCal. Hard Rock Casino Tajon is giving away a kilo of gold in February. Unity by Hard Rock members can earn entries all February long for the $500,000 kilo of gold giveaway just by using their card. Join us every Thursday in February for your chance to win big. Details at casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. Hard Rock Casino Tajon. This is how SoCal plays.
There's President's Day savings right now at George Chevrolet. And GM John Good will make you a great deal on a brand new, top-selling Chevy Equinox, gas or electric. Lease a Chevy Equinox LT for only $220 a month. Or choose the Equinox EV LT for just $269 a month for 36 months and $39.95 due at signing. 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower. Or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Discount calculated off MSRP on select models. Please offer approved credit through GM Financial. Ends 3/2/2026 for full details. Call 866-949-4805.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor. Bowls for a quick meal. Dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
I mean, what I'm thinking is, don't you know who I am? You're not responding to me?
I'm Steve Mason.
Exactly.
Mason and Ireland.
What? It's an outrage.
It is an outrage.
Back to the guys.
All right, don't forget we are playing the dating game tomorrow in honor. Oh boy, Michael's gonna love this. In honor of Valentine's Day on Saturday.
Michael loves love.
Yes.
Michael tries, every girl Michael meets, he tries to match up with a willing suitor.
Yes. And our bachelorette tomorrow, Emily Hebel.
They're going to do the dating game, Michael, in honor of Valentine's Day, and we're looking for 3 guys in between the ages of 25 and 37. What would you encourage Emily to ask?
Good luck, because Emily has high standards.
She does.
Right.
She does.
But what should she ask these guys that want to date her?
That's a great question. Let's see. First, you want to have a good impression, a first impression when the guy opens his mouth and says something. So ask him, let's see.
I know what one of your concerns would be, Michael would be concerned is he would want you to ask at some point, this doesn't have to be your opener, but at some time Mike would say, is there anything you've put out on social media that is considered risque or embarrassing or could embarrass me? Right? That's a concern of yours.
Good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
So that's like Megan won Michael over with her cooking.
Well, her cooking looks fantastic.
But at first, before he met her, he thought, wow, she's so racy.
Then he took a bite of macaroni and cheese.
Well,
and
and then
like,
he met her
sign
and
me
realized that she's kind of doing performance art.
Yeah.
That's not like Megan. Megan the Stallion is not Megan who hangs out at home with Clay.
Like you, Mace. You know, you're not this nice in person.
I am this nice in person.
Just on the radio.
I am always nice.
No, I would argue you're much nicer.
I am nicer.
You are?
Oh, yeah,
You're,
much nicer.
No, he's only an a-hole on the air.
Yeah, no, this is where I do my a-hole work.
How many people do you say hello to when you walk into your car after the show?
Every single person.
Oh, yeah, right.
Even
No,
the security guys.
In security, he does. Now what I think the point Michael's trying to get to, and this would be accurate, is you're much more introverted off the air.
I am a little introverted.
You don't talk as like Michael and I are the exact same on the air and off.
And I'm a little more introverted.
So you don't make eye contact when you walk into your car.
No, that's not true.
You just keep your head down and say, nobody bother me.
Do you know the security guys downstairs
right
now?
Good guys, nice guys.
What are their names?
Julio, Javier, and Maria.
No, Jesus and Chris.
Great. Well, Chris is there most of the time.
Yeah,
Latino.
Jesus is there when Chris isn't here. And Alex, who used to be there, is now on the third floor.
Yeah.
Maybe a good question for me to ask is, can you name somebody who, you work with or whatever? Something else like that they notice the people around you.
Right. Oh, I know, Emily. Ask him, so what's your favorite sport? Because if he says he's not a sports fan,
he can't date you.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
Would you date?
No, wait. That you would like somebody that's a non-sports fan?
Medium into sports, but there's no one that's going to be DMing Mace that doesn't like sports because
That
you're
is
listening
true.
to the station. But
Right.
in general, if they don't like sports, it's not a deal breaker.
Okay, so if you want to compete, yeah, you want to play the dating game tomorrow here on the show, DM me at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E. And again, I'm back on social media.
You are?
After a long vacation from social media, I opened Twitter today.
What are you posting? What kind of stuff?
I posted, so far, the only thing I've posted is, if you want to play the dating game, DM me.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to put anything. I like interesting stuff, but I don't like.
Me too. Nothing controversial.
Nothing
It's
controversial.
all fun stuff.
I don't want any controversy.
So one of our listeners, Steve Ramirez, thank you, Steve, has sent me a tweet, sent it to you too, Maze.
Yep.
Scoring for curling happens after each inning.
Okay.
Teams get a point if their stone is inside of an opponent's stone, 2 points for 2 stones inside, and the opponent's stones after each end. So that's why the score wasn't changing.
So there's like a reset.
Even I was like in the middle of an inning. That's why the score wasn't changing.
Yeah, the guy, 54 years old, competed in curling yesterday. Emily says that can't even be a sport if you're 54 years old.
I
and
agree
you're
with
at the
Emily.
Olympics.
That's not really a sport. It's a game. It's not a sport because you could be 80 years old and compete in that.
True.
So it's not really a sport.
Is golf a sport?
Yeah, golf's a sport because you have to be in some kind of physical shape.
What about auto racing, like NASCAR
No,
racing?
you got to be a good driver.
But let me tell you something. As somebody who's driven a race car, it is hard, man.
So is
It
truck
is
driving.
not doing it
difficult.
at 54.
So is driving a truck from San
some
Diego
of those
to,
guys are.
to Portland.
Some of those
Amazing.
racers are.
They're not in
Michael,
their 50s.
Michael's idol was Richard Petty. I
Yeah.
think he raced into his 50s,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
he?
Yeah, definitely. No, auto drivers aren't, racing drivers aren't athletes.
I totally
Great drivers.
disagree with you. They're great drivers, but also it takes a physical toll on you.
So does driving a truck from San Diego to Portland. Are they
Yeah,
athletes?
Michael's right in this sense. Remember the superstars where they would bring in people from all different sports?
Which is funny. You know who invented the superstars?
Wasn't it Dick Button?
Dick Button, who I just saw
The
a
ice
clip
skater?
of. They showed a clip of him in the Olympics.
Still with us or no?
No, not with us.
So when they did those, to Michael's point, when they did those superstars competitions, you never saw an auto racer in the finals. It was always somebody that had to do it.
It was
like
usually a soccer player, Kyle Rote Jr.
Or I know Bob Seagren, the decathlete,
a high jumper.
OJ won it one year.
Yeah,
before he went off the ranch.
Dwight
Stones.
Dwight Stones, the
Athleticism
high jumper.
It's something that takes your body to move physically and exertion. Stoning or
so you know what would do
curling?
good in those superstars? There's a pair of brothers. Michael knows about these guys, and one of them right now, with Steph out, is playing point guard for the Warriors.
Yeah.
His name is Pat Spencer.
Yeah, no, they're athletes.
And him and his brother plays for Memphis, were the two best lacrosse players in the country. They were like the Michael Jordans of lacrosse.
Wow.
And when there
And
was
they're good NBA players.
and then when they got out of college, there was no money in it. They both said, well, we're pretty good athletes. Why don't we just start playing basketball? So they start playing basketball, and they both make it to the NBA.
Wow, that's
now, those
crazy.
guys would be.
Oh, yeah.
Lacrosse is like.
Oh, that's great. That's
That is a
athleticism.
real
You know
game.
who the
It's
rumor
tough.
was who was the greatest college lacrosse player
Jim
of all
Brown.
time is Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
Yeah.
That's what my dad would always bring. My dad loved guys that competed in two sports. So he loved Wilt Chamberlain because he also played volleyball, right?
What do you think of Bo Jackson? What did your dad think of
Oh,
Bo?
my God. My dad loved Bo
And
Jackson.
Deion? Did he like Deion?
Loved Deion Sanders, yeah. Guys that could do both.
Yeah.
He would love biathletes because you can ski and shoot a gun.
No, I said the biathlon, Michael, is a stupid sport. All you do is cross-country ski. You're not even going downhill.
Yeah.
You're
That's
cross-country
cross-country,
skiing.
right. Which is
Then
hard.
you stop,
Yeah.
you shoot something, you put the gun back, and then you start cross-country skiing. How'd we come up with that?
I'd be more impressed if they cross-country ski, took the gun off the shoulder, and shot a deer.
Well, that's essentially the origin
Yeah, right,
of
exactly, yeah.
biathlon.
Do some
But
hunting.
wouldn't it be better if you combine the downhill with the shooting? So, in other words, you go flying down the hill.
With a gun.
No. So you wouldn't have the gun on you when you were going down the hill.
Yeah.
But when you get to the bottom, you ski over to like a podium area.
Yeah.
You grab a gun off the rack, shoot, then go down another hill.
Yeah, right.
I would watch that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, so let me ask you. There's a performance-enhancing drug used by athletes. It's not legal. What do
Okay.
you think it is?
I would imagine it's something that would calm your nerves, make you less
Beta blocker.
jumpy. Yeah.
Beta blocker. That's what they test for.
Golfers test for that.
Do
now,
they
too.
test for it?
Yeah, because if you're over like a putt that can win you the Masters, you would be nervous.
Nervous, exactly.
I remember one time I was playing in a pro-am.
Yeah.
And I was playing with Craig Stadler. You guys remember
Oh,
him?
yeah,
the Walrus?
sure, the Walrus.
Great guy.
Was he from San Diego?
And USC.
And USC, that's
yeah.
right.
So I hit a good shot into the 18th hole, and I got a putt to win it for my team. And it's not a hard putt. It's about a 6-foot putt. And I totally push it. And Stadler walks over to me, and he goes, "What the hell was that? You've been playing great the whole day." What was that? I go, "I think I got nervous." He goes, "Well, you're never playing on tour."
Yeah, there you go.
And he's
So-
right.
If you want to calm your nerves and help you relax,
Yes.
why don't you just smoke a joint?
Well,
also a performance-enhancing drug.
That is?
But,
It
oh,
is?
yeah. But also, Michael, think about
That's
this.
what happened to Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, she got
Oh.
but it wasn't while she was running. It
No.
was like apart from running.
Yeah.
It's an illegal drug. The only place that's really a performance-enhancing drug is snowboarding. There are a lot of snowboarders that use cannabis because
To calm down?
It allows them to sort of sink and relax into the board.
Is it allowed?
Well,
It's not allowed.
Kevin Durant
Ross Bagliati from Canada got disqualified one year.
Kevin Durant has said publicly on multiple occasions that he microdoses throughout the NBA season just to keep his nerves calm.
Yeah, I wonder, what do you think he is microdosing?
Cannabis.
He's microdosing
Yeah,
cannabis?
he did an interview. You know, Letterman does those.
Oh, yeah, David Letterman
My
presents
next
or whatever.
question
My
thing.
next
So he
guest.
did one with KD, and he said, "I hear a lot of NBA players like weed." He goes, "Are you one of them?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm high right now." And Letterman goes, you don't seem high. He goes, because I microdose.
Right.
Like if you Google Kevin Durant microdose, he's open about it. He said, look, it just calms me down and helps me focus.
Now, is he doing that or is he doing LSD and psychedelics?
I don't know.
Because that's another thing that athletes have been doing.
Because when you say microdose, I think psychedelics.
Yeah, well, he told Letterman he was doing it with weed.
Do you ever do psychedelic?
No. Should I?
I'll tell you, I had a pretty good time on
You've done it, man?
shrooms.
Yes.
I'm always
It's fun.
What do you see? A lot of rainbows and stuff? And unicorns?
It depends on where you are. Depends on the situation. But it could be fun.
Yeah, it's you should pick a good spot for it.
Why you just lay there and just like see all kind of cool stars and stuff?
Exactly. Like I did it at out at the desert where we had a beautiful view and just and it was a perfect place to do it.
All right, so Mike,
Michael,
change
you in?
anything?
Let's do it.
This might change something. My buddy Kelvin Gamble, who's a trainer, just texted me. Tell Michael to go watch the movies or the series on Netflix about driving, like the F1 series about driving.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
They run miles, they lift weights, and have to lift the weights with their neck. They do a bunch of physical exercises to prepare to drive.
Oh, home.
Doesn't change your mind.
They're not athletes.
And you know what? There's no load managing in race car driving.
I know. Oh, I respect what they do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Nobody's saying I got a tweak of my whatever. They're just out there on the track.
Yeah, I respect what they're doing. They're risking their lives. They're skilled drivers, but athletes, nah.
Yeah. Agree to disagree. All right, coming up next.
You think they're athletes?
I do. I've been in a race car. I've raced and I was in a race. It is hard, man.
I know it's hard.
It is hard. It is demanding. It is physically demanding. And it's emotionally and
So it's
mentally
playing chess.
demanding. Chess is not a sport.
It's
That
mentally
is a
taxing.
game. But there's no physical.
You got to be You got to strategize.
All you got to do is
You
reach
gotta
out
sit there for hours.
When you move the horse from here to here, it is not exercise. All right, coming up next for you is Icebreakers. In the meantime, the 2026 Palisade. Oh, what a beautiful vehicle this is. Was named the 2026 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year by 50 of North America's most respected automotive journalists. And going on right now, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. You can get a deal so right, it almost feels wrong. This spring, best time to get the Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Every new Hyundai comes with the peace of mind, America's best warranty. Jump to it no matter which one of the adventure-ready SUVs or EVs or hybrids that you check out. You will definitely get a great deal. It is the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on right now with your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All gas, all Lakers.
Tonight, the Purple and Gold are back at Crypto.com Arena, looking to defend their home floor as the Dallas Mavericks come to downtown LA.
And it's stolen by Kennard. Here come the Lakers on a fast break. LeBron down the middle, slam dunk.
It's Lakers versus Mavericks. Coverage begins tonight at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
It's game day, which means it's time to BB go for it. Listen to Mason and Ireland today for your chance to play. When you hear the cue to call, be calling number 7 and guess which team scores the first 3-point basket of the game. Get it right, and you'll win a $100 BB Go promo code. Plus, be entered to the chance to win a trip to basketball's biggest stage. From our friends at BB Go, bring something different to the table. BB, go for it.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Listen to Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
And it is Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. It's time for Icebreakers. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Get it, Idaho, Johnny I, the Idaho compound. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic Vodka or their unique flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
Here is our scoring update. About halfway through the month of February. Reminder, February is a shorter month than most. John has 8 points, but you will be gone for the next week, so you got to put some points in the board.
Yeah, I'm back next Friday. Michael and I are back next Friday for Lakers Clippers, but this is my last show until then.
But you are in the lead over Chris and O'Shea, who has 7. And then Sua has 4, and then I have 3, and Pepe has 5. Here we go. For 10 points. I was born in 1965.
Okay.
Same year as Mace.
Yeah, me.
Maybe it's Mace.
Oh.
For 9 points. I have appeared on the shows Broad City and Dr. Odyssey.
Never seen either one. I feel I'm at a competitive disadvantage.
Broad City I've seen. I've never heard of the other.
Broad City is one of my favorites.
It is a very funny show.
For 8 points. I was voted sexiest vegetarian alive by PETA.
Sexiest vegetarian.
Feels like an oxymoron, right?
It does. Sexy and vegetarian in the same sentence.
For 7 points. In 1998, I appeared on the first edition of the VH1 Divas concert, where I sang alongside Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Gloria Estefan, Carole King, and Aretha Franklin.
So it's probably a woman. 65, so she's
60 on the dot.
She's 60. She sang with all those people.
For 6 points.
Okay.
I have headlined a Super Bowl halftime show in this century. Go ahead.
Diana Ross.
That is incorrect.
Brian.
Go ahead.
Shakira.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
I'll take another clue.
Oh, no.
Oh, you
yeah,
want to-
now I know who it is. It can only be her.
For 5 points. I have been a judge on American Idol.
Yeah.
A judge on American Idol.
That is still on, by the way.
That is
still
still on.
happening.
I don't think she is a judge currently.
Okay.
As far-
I don't think she's old enough to be who I
All right, for
think
4
it is. Go ahead. Yeah.
I have won 5 Grammys.
Super Bowl halftime.
The person I think it is not old, it's not 60.
For 3 points.
Go ahead.
I am from Canada, and you might say that don't impress me much.
Again.
I
It's
don't
her,
know.
but she's
it's
not that-
Shania Twain.
It is Shania
Yeah,
Twain
Shania.
for 3
But
points.
I didn't know Shania.
Headlined a Super Bowl halftime show?
At some point, I looked it up. It was like early 2000s.
I saw her in concert.
I think it was not like just Shania. It was like Shania and someone else.
All right. So what's that give me?
You have 11 points, so you have a 5-point lead over Chris and O'Shea and a 7-point lead over
And
Pepe.
after winning last month, I have yet to score a point.
And I'd be way ahead if I wouldn't have won
And
last month.
Andy has no points either, and he's filling in next week as well as Ramona. So you got some work to do, guys.
Gotta catch up.
Who sponsored this segment, John?
It's sponsored by Icebreakers, the best vodka. All right, sponsored by Icebreakers. Icebreakers is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, the best vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic or their great flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name, Blue Ice Vodka, because taste is everything.
Well, Pepe thinks that he would have won that because he knew Shania early on.
He knew Shania Twain early?
I did not think Shania was 60.
Yeah,
You should have been there early, Pepe.
The person that I thought you were describing was Katy Perry.
I was misleading. Yeah.
But 60 is too old for Katy Perry, but she was also born in Canada.
And there was an episode of Broad City called Twaining Day, where one of the characters trains Shania Twain.
Yeah, I saw Shania Twain in concert across the street probably 6-7 years ago. She looks fantastic, and she does. Every woman seems to know the words of that one song.
Let's go,
Feel
girls.
like a woman.
Yeah, that one.
Pepe, after what you saw, witnessed the other night against the Spurs, do you stand by your stance that you would not trade the Lakers' best player
he needs
for...
to be on the mic, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, Pepe, we forgot.
Pepe, we've had a lot of complaints. You're not on the mic.
Called yesterday and criticized you.
What?
They were mad at Pepe because they say, like, Michael, look at how I am. And look how Mace is. See how we're right on top of the microphone. Yeah. They say that Pepe doesn't do that, that he stays too far away from the microphone. And Pepe, I defended you a little bit. I said, well, that's because Pepe's used to wearing a headset where you don't have to pay attention to the microphone.
Right. And I said,
focus,
everybody.
Well, apparently
we gotta wait.
Yeah, he's having technical problems.
He's the slowest guy ever to plug in his headphones.
He's like the guy on Tim Conway on the Carol Burnett show. the old guy who takes forever to move.
You get that joke, right?
I've seen the Carol Burnett
show.
Somebody texted when I was in the YouTube chat yesterday. By the way, I'll check in on those guys again. I haven't checked in on them today.
Show.
When I was in the YouTube chat yesterday, there was a guy that said, does Mace know that Tim Conway Jr. was at Bowling Green? Were they there at the same time?
Now, Tim Conway Sr. was at Bowling Green. I don't know if Tim Conway Jr.
This
went
guy
to Bowling
thought
Green.
Jr. went there, too. Have you ever met Tim Conway Jr.?
He and I text all the time. He just, in fact, he's moving from afternoon drive to nights.
Yeah,
back to nights at KFI.
This person seemed to think that Junior went there too.
Might have.
What's interesting is I'm a junior, you're a junior, and Tim is a junior.
Yep.
Pepe, we all love Luka. You're happy he's here, but you still stand by your stance. You would not trade him for Wembanyama.
I didn't say I didn't trade him for Wembanyama.
That's what I asked.
You said the whole team.
Oh, the whole
team. We did say
that. Would you trade the whole team for Wembanyama?
After what you witnessed the other night.
Today is pick on Pepe. I forgot.
No, it's not pick on Pepe. It's not. We've not even started picking on you.
Yeah.
We're just getting going.
With a nice question.
This came in that's relative to the three of us.
Yes.
DeAndre Ayton out again tonight.
So if Luka is not going to play today, he's not going to play today, right?
That's a good question.
He says he's going to try.
He won't be.
I'm not good with that.
That's another week. No, that's another few days.
If you're not going to play tonight, don't play in the All-Star.
Don't play in the All-Star game.
You're not supposed to play, right?
But
he wants to.
Want him. The league, obviously, Pepe would want him to play.
He wants to play with his
He was the
teammates.
leading vote getter.
Just go there and be, be there.
Dress in street clothes and wave like Pepe does.
But
to
you
the
got
fans.
a hamstring thing. Let's not waste it on the All-Star weekend, which nobody gives a damn about.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, after watching the game
turned on the
yesterday,
YouTube chat and it came right in.
After watching the game yesterday,
yeah.
Which game? The
I think that Wemby is without a doubt the best player in the NBA.
You know,
wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Stand back.
If you ask me to trade for him, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
He's come around.
You know what I appreciate about him? He appreciates how tall he is and how long he is, and he uses this to his advantage.
Michael, is this an overstatement on my part? And this is no disrespect to Kareem, who I think fits this description, to Bill Russell, who, if you watch early highlights of Bill Russell, was unbelievably graceful. I think Wemby is the most coordinated person 7 feet or taller that I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's still kind of gangly. Looks like a little deer sometimes because he's so lanky.
Kareem was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But Wemby does stuff that I've just never seen before.
Yeah, the thing that will determine how great Wemby is durability.
Yeah, health.
As long as he's healthy, as long as he can play, he's going to break records. He's going to be a great showstopper.
Pepe, were you like me? I was running out of adjectives to describe this dude. I mean, I don't know how to explain to a radio audience that can't see Wemby exactly how dominant this guy is. Did you struggle with that too?
Yeah, and it was. It's hard to do games like this to begin with.
Right, that are so one-sided.
Okay,
yeah.
but I mentioned to you guys that the guy He's good at the 3-point line, and he showed it yesterday, which is not the best thing that he can do. But, I mean, if you leave him open, he's going to score.
Michael normally yells at 7-footers who shoot threes. He tells them to get their butt in the paint.
Not him.
But you don't do it with Wemby because you know he can make that.
And I told you that yesterday.
What?
And it's on the tape that I said.
It's on the tape.
There it is. It's on the tape. It's
that
official.
I said that he was a good 3-point shooter for being a center. And you said, no.
Pepe's shooting like 36%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's unbelievable. All right, sports graffiti time.
Yes.
And we're still using the old number, right? 213-799-0139?
Correct.
All right, so if you want to be a part of sports graffiti, 213-799-0139. Pepe's here. Michael's here. Emily's here. Brian's here. Mace is here. I'm here. It's a full house sports graffiti.
Yes.
And the last chance you'll have to get it, me, Michael, or Pepe, for over a week because we're all going on hiatus for the All-Star break.
You got 1 foot on a plane.
Yep.
Who has the more unique athlete, the Dodgers or the Spurs?
Oh, that's a very good question. That's a good question for sports graffiti. 213-799-0139. Your calls coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Today is Cowboys kickoff day. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. Your season starts today. You'll hear about them 24/7 with us, and the Dallas Cowboy angles will start as it is the beginning of the Dallas Cowboys season. No, they don't play 17 games when everyone else does, September through February. They start their season today on February 10th, and they finish it right as the opening kickoff for everyone else takes place. That's when their season is over.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
It's Evan Cohen. Be sure to start each weekday on ESPN LA with Unsportsmanlike mornings 3 to 7 a.m. The 1-2 punch in LA morning drive. Evan Canty, Michelle, and then Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Treat yourself to Pechanga Resort Casino's annual wine festival and chocolate decadence on Saturday, March 7th. Indulge in a day of unlimited food and drinks, including hundreds of wine varieties, gourmet food, and chocolate confections. Plus, enjoy live music as you explore amazing items up for grabs in the silent auction. Admission includes a commemorative wine glass. Event proceeds benefit Habitat for Humanity Inland Valley. VIP hour starts at 11 a.m. and general admission at 1 p.m. Visit pechanga.com for tickets and more info. Cheers.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hit the phones. By the way, I want to remind everybody, tomorrow we're playing officially the dating game in honor of Valentine's Day. Our bachelorette is M, and it's sort of a goof, right? I mean, maybe it winds up in stuff, maybe it doesn't.
You never know.
You never know.
Love can find you in many ways.
But DM me at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E, and I will find the 3 best guys to play the dating game tomorrow.
Pepe, what should Emily ask these guys?
First question.
Okay,
Pepe, I said, what sport do you like?
Emily, the first question that you should ask is, do you like all movies? And if they say yes, they're out.
Out?
And you know what, Emily? I don't know why you hate old people, really.
Yeah, she's really, she's anti-old. The older you get, the less
So you hate all of us here.
Yeah,
you hate all of us right here.
over the age of 60. You hate us all. You're a
I
hater.
just don't think you're in your athletic prime.
All right.
I'll say that.
Okay. Here's Don in San Dimas. Don, you lead off on sports graffiti. What do you got?
Hey, guys, just two things. I'll make it real quick. The first is you guys talked about cheating yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. And I just wanted to say, once somebody cheats, the trust is gone.
Yeah.
And I think it's one and done for me. But that was that. But the other thing I was calling about is when you guys do icebreakers, did you ever think about taking the more obscure people and just calling them the field and ranking or keeping the points that way? Because to me, it'd be a better shot at really having an accurate depiction of the whole thing. But that's it. I hope you guys have a good one.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand that section.
Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there.
Explain what you mean.
Okay. What I'm saying is the people that rarely play that you're including in the points, like Sua and those types, if you put
Andy.
their points together and kept them all as one separate,
so
that's
interesting.
You guys would have more competition.
Okay, not a bad
If you
idea.
guys are okay with that, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I think that's a good idea.
Let's start it next month.
Okay, we'll start it next month.
Non-regular show hosts we can pool.
So Brian, Mace, John, you guys are separate, and then Field is everybody else.
Yeah.
Field is everybody else.
So we're on the
Yeah, you're in the field.
You're in the
So
field.
Pepe and Michael can combine their wins, which right now are 0.
No,
You got
I got
one?
5.
Okay.
It's on the tape.
It's on the tape. Good point. Johnny in Orange. Hey, Johnny, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, I know Boomer Esiason has been getting ripped lately about his comments about the Olympic athletes using their platform to express their opinions. But, Tommy Smith did it back in the day. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity for them to express themselves. And for Boomer to say something like that, to express his opinion on his platform is next level because he's expressing how he feels. So why can't they?
It's a good point. By the way, Tommy Smith and John Carlos, huge example of this. Take your platform, say what you want. I'm a big free speech guy. It does have ramifications, but say what you want. Boomer can say, that athlete can say. It's okay.
Kevin.
Free speech.
In L.A.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys, I got two quick things real quick. I got one that can possibly fix the All-Star game.
Good.
Which is a 3-on-3 tournament. The
Why
second
would
one
that
is,
fix it?
just more entertainment, more basketball, more competition.
Only cash could fix
And
it.
then, then my second thing is my favorite date with Emily would be April 25th because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and all you need is a light jacket.
Perfect answer.
Oh,
Miss Congeniality.
That's really good.
Yeah, Miss
Really
Congeniality.
good.
Wow, maybe that. Hey, Kevin, maybe you should compete.
DM me.
DM
You got away with words.
Why April 25th?
It's okay. It's a line from the movie Miss Congeniality, which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Sandra Bullock is an FBI agent.
Yeah.
She infiltrates a beauty pageant.
This kind of ditzy contestant is asked, "What's your best date?" and she's thinking date of the year.
Yes.
And answers April 25th.
So that's one of your favorite movies?
I love Miss Congeniality.
I like that movie.
It's a fun movie.
It's fun.
Oh, Pepe.
Any
is not
movie
big.
with
It's
William,
not one of my favorite
any
movies.
movie with William Shatner works for me. Evan in Michigan. Hey, Evan, you're on Sports Graffiti.
Guys, I saw the sun yesterday for the first time in 2 weeks.
Oh, good for you, man.
I think the sun zapped your phone.
Oh, no.
We can hardly hear you. Evan, try and call back. Al in Rancho Cucamonga. Hey, Al, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey guys, lifetime Laker fan here, and I thought the game against the Spurs was complete embarrassment. I feel only Cappy at the station felt it was embarrassing. Moving forward, I want to know, like today, do you think the Lakers will care? Because I know Luka's out, I know Ain's out. I just want to know if my hopes should be set high for a competition.
Okay, good question. John, I will point this out, and you guys know this. Last year, the last game before the All-Star break, they lost to Utah, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
because
I think
some guys have their minds already on vacation.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are going to win tonight. And
they should.
It's not because I think the Lakers are going to set the world on fire. It's that Dallas has been really bad lately. They've lost 8 games in a row. I think they're tanking. Michael, you watch them a lot because Clay plays for them. Mm-hmm. Without Cooper Flagg, I just don't think they have enough ammunition to beat us. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. The Lakers could play me and you and Mason and Pepe tonight, and we'll win.
Are they tanking, or are they just bad?
They're just bad. They just don't
Are
play.
you sure?
They just don't play right.
Don't they have the
But
third
they have
worst
good
record in the
players.
league? You really don't think they're tanking?
Huh? No,
They
just don't
have
the
good players.
Yeah, but everybody's hurt.
Yeah, that's true, too. Roger in Fort Worth. Hey, Roger, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey,
Hey, sorry, a couple of quick things. You had mentioned you thought that Derrick Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I wondered if I was very surprised that they retired his number because he only played 8 seasons. What did you think?
Well, I lost trust in him when that one year they cleared him to play right before the playoffs, and him sitting on the bench. All his buddies were, Joakim Noah, they were all limping and playing. Well, he just sat on the bench and he should have played, but he didn't. He wouldn't play, and all his buddies were all limping around. That kind of pissed me off. But
Okay.
what do you think about what are the Clippers doing, man? They had the best record since Christmas. And
Roger. It's a great question. They have been the best team in the NBA over the past month. The best, number one, best record. And Michael, they trade James Harden. They trade Ivica Zubac. They just keep riding Kawhi to victories. They won in Houston last night.
Weird.
I don't get what the Clippers are up to. I think they're planning on the season, but they sure don't play like it.
No, they're playing to win.
With Kawhi and just a bunch of guys.
So let me ask you real quick, John. Evan from Michigan, the guy who we couldn't hear,
He
called
couldn't see the
back.
sun.
He's got a question for John. What was it, Em?
So I could hear him, but he wants you to tell a story about the Monet of play-by-play and the Manet of play-by-play, that Chick Hearn was called the Monet of play-by-play.
I've heard Chick call that, but I don't know what the Manet of play-by-play
Well, there's a
is.
Monet and there's a Manet.
Manet is another painter?
There are two painters. One does water lilies, and I forget what the
They're
other one
both
does.
impressionists.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said they were both in prison.
Impressionists.
No,
Okay.
Pepe, I understood you perfectly.
Yeah.
I'll just say this about calling Chick the Monet. There has never been, and in my opinion, never will be, a better basketball play-by-play announcer than Chick Hearn. I tell people this all the time. I'll repeat it until they take the microphone out of my hands.
Your dead cold hand.
Yeah, go on to YouTube, type Chick Hearn into a search window. The last time I did it, I was there for 3 hours.
He created a different way to do the basketball games. He's the best. I agree with you.
And Pepe, he had his own lexicon. He basically the man created his own dictionary.
Yeah.
Dribble drive was slam dunk
Yeah,
was
that
invented
one's
by
crazy.
Chick. Yo-yoing
Jo-joing
up
the
and
ball.
down. Bunny hop in the pea patch. Michael, I would imagine Chick called every one of your Laker games, and I would imagine you take great pride in that.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
that- I mean, you guys you were traveling with him.
Yeah.
He was almost like having like a Hollywood actor on your plane,
He was
right?
as big a star as any Laker player.
The popcorn machine.
Yeah, the popcorn machine was created by Chick. I remember one time when the Lakers and the Celtics met in the finals, CBS, Johnny Most had been with the Celtics forever, and he was their guy, and Chick Hearn was our guy. So they brought Johnny and Chick on the set together. Mace, I think it might have been Pat O'Brien that did it. And they interviewed him together, and after it was over, I went and listened to Johnny Most, and I went, he doesn't hold a candle to Chick. I mean, I understand people in Boston loved him, but Chick's the best basketball announcer ever, and it's not close. And if you think I'm wrong, ask who you think the best announcer is, and they'll tell you. Ask Mike Breen. He'll tell you it's Chick.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Ask Marv Albert. He'll tell you it's Chick.
That's
And
right.
in honor of Chick, you know what today is? Pepe?
What?
This game?
No.
Tonight?
What?
What do you think? In honor of Chick.
It's in the fridge.
It's in the fridge.
There it is.
You're such a
We're
dope.
playing Dallas.
By the way,
What?
I wanted to use Chick's voice, and like when a game is in the refrigerator, and Michael and I both agree that we would actually play Chick's voice
Yeah,
so
we
people could
should.
hear it. But I won't do it because I can't get you to take the fridge seriously.
Yeah.
I do.
No, you don't take
You just put a game in a fridge that hasn't started.
They're not even in the building yet.
But it's Dallas, and they're horrible.
Yeah.
But that's not how this
Oh,
works.
By the way,
Michael.
who's playing tonight?
It also gave me an idea. I think I am the Rembrandt of radio.
Wasn't Rembrandt kind of a whack job?
There you go.
Okay.
No, I
You
think
fix.
you're the Picasso of radio.
Yeah, you gotta have an. It's gonna be Renoir of radio, Rembrandt of radio.
Yeah, he's looking for the alliteration there. Here's Ben in Anaheim. Hey, Ben, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
With all these games going international in the NFL, so I just had a question. How far do you think it would be for them to get like up to FIFA or even past FIFA and have their own World Cup tournaments? Because I could see that happening for them
with all these London teams. And
nothing will ever
I'm
rival
going to hang up
FIFA.
because we got a bad connection.
Yeah,
but what was he arguing that the NFL?
Will the NFL ever rival FIFA in the world stage as far as World Cup?
They're trying like
Pepe,
crazy.
you work both leagues, FIFA and NFL. Do you think NFL can ever catch FIFA?
Never.
Just because FIFA's too global?
FIFA is worldwide.
Nothing comes close to
Think about it. I mean, the NFL can have a game in Rio or a game in London. It
Melbourne.
doesn't mean it's going to be a worldwide. Now, I understand what the NFL's doing. They've got control of this country. Like, this is what we watch. Of
course.
So the only way to grow the sport is to find a way to get it into other places. That's why the international games. And eventually every team will play an
Basketball
international
is the second
game.
most popular sport in the world, and it pales in comparison to soccer.
That's right.
Not even close.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk to Luke Robitaille next. Team USA is on the ice right now. Do we have a score? They're playing Latvia right now.
It is the start of the second period, and it's tied 1-1.
Tied 1-1.
That'd be an upset if Latvia beat the
That
U.S.
would be.
The U.S. is a big favorite in that game.
We will get Luke in here coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, the Lakers and Toyota are celebrating 50 years of their legendary partnership. Two teams driven by shared legacies of high performance, experience, and resilience. As part of that, every Toyota is on sale right now, all of them. The cars, the trucks, the SUV. And all you need to do to find your perfect Toyota is go to Toyota.com. You can explore their full lineup of vehicles, compare features side by side, search their available inventory. You can even find the best local offers. Everything you need just a few clicks away at Toyota.com. You can still go in to your Southern California Toyota dealer, but you can get a lot of the legwork done by visiting Toyota.com today. It's all part of 50 years of teamwork, innovation, and going places together. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Hubba Bubba. Good gum.
Let's cut that up. I like the one with that comes like a baseball, like a little patch.
Big League Chew?
Big League Chew.
Came in a patch. Hey, kids, it's not chewing tobacco,
my
but
kid still eats that.
Looks like it and kind of feels like it. And you got a big old jaw in your mouth of bubble gum.
All in your cheek like you're a squirrel.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
And it's a Cosm Ticket Thursday. Call 213-799-0139 right now. And caller number 7 wins a pair of GA tickets to the NBA All-Star Saturday. A pair of GA tickets at Cosm Los Angeles. Experience All-Star Weekend like never before on Cosm's immersive shared reality displays only with ESPN LA.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where legends rise and history is made. February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Tickets at genesisinvitational.com.
In Los Angeles, it's not about closing deals. It's about opening partnerships. At ESPN LA, we're hiring audio play-by-play and digital marketing consultants. People who build relationships and create custom solutions powered by ESPN LA and the biggest teams in the city. This is where brands connect with fans who care. Competitive pay, full benefits, unlimited upside. Open your next partnership. Apply now at goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Join ESPN LA Thursday, February 12th from 3 to 5:30 as myself and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show broadcast live at Hollywood Park Casino for the House Rules grand opening. Come meet sports legends, enjoy food, drinks, and prizes inside LA's hottest card room. Visit playhpc.com/events for more info.
ESPN LA family, on personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you. When you're hurt and down, I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is a voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows, fun shows.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Olympic break, but that doesn't mean Luke Robitaille stops working. No, he is here right now. Luke, welcome to the show. How are you, man?
Hey, how you doing?
We are good, Luke. And I was thinking about you because there are 5 kings in the tournament. All right. Drew Doughty and Darcy Kemper are on Team Canada. Kevin Fiala's with Switzerland. Adrian Kempe's with Sweden. Joel Armia is in Finland. So if Switzerland's playing Sweden, you got 1 king on each team. Who do you root for?
You root for no injury. That's the number one thing. You root for no injury.
Sense.
And then usually what I'll do, to be honest, I'll watch the game, and then at the end, if one of the team wins, I'll look at their standing. I'm like, oh, that guy's got a chance at a medal, and the other one's done, so he'll be back earlier. That's kind of the way you look at it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Until the end.
Yeah, Luke, yesterday I was watching, I think it was Slovakia versus the U.S. No, Slovakia versus Finland, okay? And
Finland, yeah.
Finland is apparently loaded with NHL guys, and Slovakia is not, and Slovakia won the game. How surprising is that?
It is, but it isn't. And the reason is the other guys for Slovakia, they still play pro. Some of them might have played in the American Hockey League. Some of them play over there in Europe. But a lot of time it comes down to the goaltending. They're just one game situation. I think usually the preliminary tournament, Finland will find a way to get in the medals. But once you get in the medals, you never know. All it takes is one hot goaltender. One year the Czechs beat everyone.
Yeah, I was there.
Olympics.
I was there.
In 98.
I saw Dominik Hasek do that. He was unbelievable that year.
Yeah, and they had Yager. I think they had like 7 or 8 guys that were NHL guys. The rest of the guys were pros playing overseas. They're not NHL level, but they kind of play the system. It's a one-game situation. You never know. I just watched the 1980 documentary this past week.
How was it? I haven't seen it yet.
I'm getting on a plane tomorrow, but I just downloaded it. Is it worth watching?
Oh, it's worth watching. It's awesome. It's really cool to watch because they show you all the footage that was behind the scene. They talk to the family of Herb Brooks, and all the guys go back to Lake Placid, and it's really cool. It's really, really well done.
All right, so Michael Thompson's with us today, Luke. And Michael, like you, after he moved here to the United States, became an American citizen. So, Michael, you have dual citizenship, right?
Right, 2 passports.
All right, same with Luke. Luke is Canadian. Yeah. He became an American citizen once he kind of reestablished his life here. So, Luke, I'll ask you first. If Canada and U.S. meet in the final, which a lot of people are predicting, who do you root for there? Where's your heart take you?
Where's my heart takes me? I got to be neutral. I mean, either way, I can't lose. I'm looking at it. I can't lose. I'm not.
Get off the
fence. Since you won't get off the fence, I'll ask Michael.
I'm being honest with you. No, if I get out of bed in the morning, I'm not. I don't have a side. So if Canada wins, I'm happy. If the USA wins, I'm happy. Now, if I would be working for Team Canada, then you want to win because you're really involved. But when I'm watching as a fan, I just enjoy the game. I know for us to go to the Olympics, it's good for us for the game of hockey.
Yep.
So I hope it's Canada-U.S. because that's the greatest thing that can happen for our game.
Michael, if the U.S. plays the Bahamas in basketball, who do you root for?
You could ask Pepe this too because he's a dual citizenship too. But Luke, you get out of bed singing "Old Canada" every morning, so don't give me that stuff. But Luke, if the Bahamas play the U.S. in basketball, because that's our sport, I definitely would root for the Bahamas.
Yeah. Pepe, would you root for Mexico?
You would, huh?
U.S. Mexico in the World Cup.
U.S. Mexico meet in the World Cup. Pepe, who are you rooting for?
Well, I was born in Mexico, but I lived most of my life in the United States.
So
more than likely, I will root for USA.
No way! No way!
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. I'm the only one that's like Switzerland. I'm the only.
Yeah. You are the Switzerland in this conversation.
Wayne Gretzky told me an interesting story once. He said that when he was growing up, I think Gretz has girls, right? Luke, his children. Does he have a son, or I know he has daughters?
He's got. I think he's got 3 sons, 1 daughter.
Okay, so his boys were getting all excited that Canada was doing well in the Olympics, and Gretz, I think at the time, had something to do with Team Canada, and he told them, no, this isn't your team. Mm-hmm. You guys were all born in America. You guys are Americans. You should root for the U.S. Do you feel that way, Luke? Like, you're from Canada. You have kids, right?
Yeah, my kid's a U.S. kid, but when Canada wins, they'll. I remember last year they were happy that Canada won. You know, I remember my son Jesse telling me, that's cool, Canada won, but I'm not sure if he was rooting for them watching the game, but he did tell me after that.
Okay, so I want to swinging it back to the Kings for a second. You guys traded for Panarin right before the first trade deadline. Hockey, I know that sounds weird, but hockey has 2 trade deadlines, one before the Olympic break and one after. He hasn't played for the Kings yet. What's your I'm sure you've talked to him, Luke. What's your expectations for Panarin? What have you told him that you expect out of him when he takes the ice finally for the Kings?
Obviously, when you get a player of that caliber, you just want him to stay himself, you know. But he in our game, we call it a point a game player. Like he gets over a point a game, so we need him to stay that way. So we need to make sure we surround him with the right teammates, and we give him the right time on the ice that he can still produce that way. One of the things that's happened to us this year is our goal production is a little bit lower than in the past. We're still one of the best defensive team in the league, so having the ability to acquire a player of that level that can get you one more goal per game, that's all the difference in the world for us. I mean, we've already played over 20 games in overtime, so you think you get like a point a game here and there, and maybe that's 10 more wins. That's 10 more points in the standing. We'd be in first place right now.
Let me ask you, will you make another move before the trade deadline on March 6th, or are you kind of done?
No, we're not done. We're looking. I mean, in our game, because it's a hard cap league, the way it's set up, we have a lot of cap space. So if we have the opportunity to acquire one more guy, we'd look into it. I mean, Ken Holland is a known GM that's always looked for opportunities. So we're going to be listening and talking to people and see if there's one more player that we could add to makes our team better. We're already planning that it could happen next summer, but sometimes the player you want next summer might be available at this deadline, you know, and so you just make the move earlier.
Last thing for you, I saw part of the USA versus Canada women's hockey game, and the USA handed Canada a 5-0 loss. That's the first shutout of the Canadian women ever. What's going on there?
Well, they're both countries are unbelievable. I mean, the U.S. Hockey has been really good. I remember in 1998 when they won the first time a gold medal. Everybody was shocked, and slowly but surely the Finnish hockey, the Swedish hockey is getting better. But USA Hockey has done a tremendous job in developing women's hockey, and it's only getting better. So it doesn't surprise me, to tell you the truth. I mean, Canada is a great team, and so is USA. But at any game, they could beat each other. So it doesn't surprise me.
Luke,
the zero probably does, but
that is where they didn't score. All right, Luke, last thing. If you watch Olympic hockey, it becomes pretty apparent early that there's no fighting. As a matter of fact, if you get in a fight, you get suspended for the next game. So they've pretty much eliminated it completely. Of course, in the NHL, we have fighting and fans enjoy it. If I left it up to you, would you leave it like it is, allow fighting in the NHL but not in the Olympics? Would you allow fighting in the Olympics and normalize it so both would be the same? Or how do you feel about the fact that there is fighting in the NHL but not in the Olympics?
If you totally left it up to me, like it's just my opinion, correct? Like we're not going to get political about it.
It's your call.
If it's just up to me, what I would say is like, if you fight that game, you can't play the rest of the game, and then you would have to do it 3 times to get a game suspension after. Because I still think, like in hockey, you got to take care of business once in a while because everybody's got a stick in their hands, so little guys take advantage of it. So that still is out there. But you should never get suspended the next game. You should have a 2-3 times before you get a suspension. So, but I would have no problem saying if you fight, you're out of the game.
Luke, what are you doing for the Olympic break? Are you going to some exotic Caribbean island, or are you headed to Cancun or Cabo? Where are you headed?
My week off is almost over, so that's pretty much it. We're back at it next week. We might go somewhere near town over the weekend, but that's about it.
All right. Hey, Luke, thank you for doing this. By the way,
Hey,
you're
Luke,
good
it's
luck.
California. If you live in the Midwest or somewhere and there's snow, you go somewhere. When you're in LA, you don't need to go anywhere.
Amen. Why go
when
anywhere?
I was a kid, guys.
Yep.
When I was a kid, that was our dream to come to California on a week off.
There you go.
So now I'm here. Why leave?
Luke, you're good luck, by the way. While we were talking to you, the U.S. scored, and they lead Latvia 2-1 now in the second period. So you were good luck. All right, Luke, have a great week.
They got to keep it going.
All right, man. We'll see you. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great week.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. All-Star weekend.
All right.
Thank you,
awesome.
sir.
Thank you, Luke. All right, there's Luke Robitaille, who in reality, he thinks the show is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen Mexico, U.S. They play a lot of times in soccer. When they play each other, you root for the U.S. over in Mexico.
Well, it is hard.
No. Yes
wait,
or no?
it is. Just wait.
Yeah, no.
It is hard. It is hard. But lately I'm inclining to root for the U.S.
How come?
Okay.
Well,
I don't know.
You've been here how many years?
I've been here for longer than I live in Mexico.
There you go.
Longer than they lived in Mexico. So that's what makes
My
the
kids
decision.
were born here. I got married here. Everything.
So you feel more American than Mexican now?
No, I feel Mexican, and I'm proud to be a Mexican.
All right.
Except when it comes to soccer.
Yes.
Of
All
course,
right,
Michael, of course.
Coming up next for you. Should you be fired if your family eats too much food? We'll do that coming up next. In the meantime, Jacob Imrani is the guy. If you get involved in any kind of accident, that's who you need.
And you need to remember this number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789. And, Mace, it should be the first number you call after an accident.
So from the scene, here, let me just give you a little sneak preview. So you get into an accident, and the other person you talk to and you exchange information, that is the time to call Jacob. Let him step in. Let him make sure you get the settlement that you deserve. If you don't win, if he doesn't win, you don't pay. So listen, you need help at a moment like that. You need somebody to step in and give you the right advice, and the easiest way to do that is to call Jacob Imrani. So remember that number. So easy. 800-345-6789.
800-345-6789 or call jacob.com. Jacob Imrani should be your first phone call.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Why did you call me fat today?
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
I didn't
you called him fat?
I did.
Why did he call you fat?
So okay, hold on.
DeAndre, you were in the room.
I'm gonna do
Laura,
exactly.
you were in the room.
I walked into the room like
Yep.
this. Okay, I'm gonna stand up for a second.
Yep.
And his response to me, he kind of gives me an up down. He goes, "Are you still walking?"
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, he did.
Did I say the word fat? I did not.
It was in the tone, DeMarco, as you Laura, right?
No.
You heard me
Yes.
say this
No,
before.
Listen.
no.
Laura, what was your takeaway from it?
Okay.
Do you believe that he was saying that I put weight back on?
I don't think he meant that, but the way it came off definitely sounded like
DeAndre,
that.
what did you think?
Oh, no.
The tone mattered.
Yeah.
How he said it.
Yeah, you're right, but I didn't say fat.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
And don't forget, you just heard them talking over there. Join ESPN LA this afternoon from 3 to 5:30 as the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show broadcasts live from Hollywood Park Casino for the House Rules grand opening. Meet Oral Hershiser and Isaac Bruce. Enter for a chance to win basketball tickets and experience LA's hottest card room firsthand. More info at playhbc.com/events. Hollywood Park Casino. Party and play 24/7.
Hey, OC, Chris Morales here, and let me ask you this. You got your tax return, but can you actually see where it went? This is your reminder to hit up VisionWorks. New glasses, eye exams, contact lenses, the home-ish book-up. If your prescription is outdated, your eyes are working overtime, use some of that tax refund on healthy eyes and fresh frames. VisionWorks makes it easy, affordable, and fast. Clear vision? That's money well spent. There's 7 OC VisionWorks locations ready to help you see clearly right away. VisionWorks. See the difference.
For over 40 years, Kendall Jackson Wines have been crafting exceptional wines from California's cool coastal vineyards.
Family grown and family owned since 1982, Kendall Jackson is home to America's #1 selling Chardonnay for over 30 years. The iconic Vintners Reserve, with nearly 50 wines to choose from, including Cabernet Sauvignon, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir, and more. There's a Kendall Jackson wine for every taste and every moment. Find Kendall Jackson nationwide at every major retailer, your favorite bar and restaurant, or deliver right to your door. Learn more and find a bottle at KJ.com.
Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and Prize Picks lets you take control. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code 710 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering 25% off windows and doors and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, don't forget, we're going to play the dating game tomorrow with Emily. And if you want to participate, and by the way, it doesn't necessarily lead to an official date or anything like that. We're doing it for fun, doing it for the exercise. But go ahead and DM me at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E. Be ready to be on the radio tomorrow at 2 to play the game. In the meantime, it's Michael McDonald's birthday today. He is 74 years old. He's like the captain of the Yacht Rock ship. Is that pretty much true?
Very much, yeah. He is the patron saint of Yacht Rock.
Yeah. Immediately makes me think of 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah. Yamo be there. If I hear this one more time,
there.
I'm going to kill myself.
Exactly. All right, so this is interesting. The long and, not long necessarily, but the tumultuous relationship between Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors is over. The situation had become petty and should have ended years before. Here's what one of the issues was. He was told that someone in his family was taking too much food from the family room.
I'm guilty of it.
So describe.
Has
anyone ever told you you're taking too much? Because you're in that family room a lot.
I was, yeah, but they probably said was looking at me with side eyes, but I didn't care. I was loading up.
Does every team have a family room?
Yeah.
Full of food.
Full of food.
Oh yeah,
and it's for the families.
Yeah, for the families.
So you would hit the family room when you went to a Golden State game.
Yeah, when I went to the playoff games, you bet. Load up and take it back to the hotel room.
Is this a fair judgment? You've got somebody in your family that's eating too much food. We're trading you.
That was me.
I don't believe it was biggest.
They traded Clay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, maybe it was your fault. Right.
Michael used to take a nice bucket to take all the food.
That's right.
There you go.
That's
yeah,
right.
You still walk out of the place with food, don't you?
Heck yeah. The Lakers have all this food outside the locker room. You can't let it go to waste. What
and
do
then
you do?
And he takes his jetty.
My jetty, yeah.
You have a Yeti?
Yeah, I got a Yeti.
Cooler that you bring to the games and bring home from the games?
Well, it depends what they're serving.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable, Michael.
Michael, you make a good living.
You make a great living.
Everybody knows that right now, so.
I mean, it's one thing to grab an Uncrustable out
Here
the
comes
door,
the idiot again, you know.
But basically, if somebody doesn't take it, the food's going to go to waste. They're going to throw it out.
So you're
I'm
doing
helping.
a good deed.
Yes, I'm doing a good
You're helping.
deed.
You're chipping in.
What if you take
wasting
the last,
food is a sin.
What if you take the last wing, the last chicken tender?
He doesn't care.
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't
last
care.
One.
No,
Emily, he doesn't care. I mean, no matter what you say.
I never get that late, Emily. I get there first. Make sure I grab.
So you take more than you take it all first.
Well, someone's got to go first.
Yeah. By the way, with no disrespect to the press room delicious food, but I would not take that home. You do.
Why wouldn't you take it home? What are you ashamed of?
I'm not ashamed of it.
Why wouldn't you take it home?
It's just like I've got really good. It's press room food.
Would you take an Uncrustable home?
I do take an Uncrustable home. Yeah, that's different. You know what's great
you
about
can't ruin potatoes. Come on. I always take a bunch of potatoes home.
You always have an excuse. Michael, you take
potatoes.
all the potatoes. They have to bring another tray of potatoes every time
I got a bunch
you
of
get
trays.
there.
Yeah, and you're loading up.
I'm loading up, baby, because roasted potatoes can last like 3 or 4 days.
All right, so we were talking about what's wrong with the NBA and the tanking and all that stuff. Rachel Nichols and Chris Mannix have come up with an idea on how to fix.
Oh, yeah, I want Michael and Pepe to weigh in on this. This is good.
Listen to Rachel and Chris Mannix.
I would absolutely take away the lottery.
Take away the lottery?
Yes.
So go one through...
Go the other way, right? However, I would add the caveat of you can't draft in the top 3
2 years
multiple years in a row.
Yeah.
And maybe make it 3 years in a row.
I like that. I like
right?
yeah.
So a bad team actually gets its player. That's this, oh my God, could change our franchise player, which again, that's the actual solving of the actual problem.
I know what she's saying. The only way a bad team can get better, particularly a team that can't attract free agents.
Right.
All right. So, and then all these
Utah,
teams that are
Memphis,
tanking, right.
Charlotte, all this.
Sacramento's the best example. They've lost 14 games in a row. They're not even trying to win. But Michael, would it work if they just eliminated the lottery and did it like the NFL does it? You just do it in reverse order of record. But then if you get the first pick this year, you're ineligible to pick top 3 next year.
Keep the lottery like I have been suggesting all these years. There's 20 teams that make the play-in and playoffs, right? 20 teams out of 30. The 10 teams that are not in the play-in or playoffs, 1 lottery ball each.
Ooh.
And that way the ball pops up. So you could be the worst, but you might get the 10th pick. Everybody gets the same
I actually
chance.
love that.
I actually kind of like this.
Why don't you like
what's wrong with it?
I like what Rachel was saying. I mean, the worst team picks first. Okay?
But that's tanking. No, you
but
don't tank for that.
But wait. They're going to have to wait 3 years to do it again.
That's too confusing.
No, it's not confusing.
I'm not confused by it, but Pepe, I actually like Michael's idea better because it completely eliminates tanking.
Yep.
Right.
You don't under Michael's system, you're either
you don't want to take a chance.
Right. It doesn't.
There's no difference between being
10
the 10 and being
for,
the 1.
Yeah, and 1 ball. And can you imagine the drama of that?
Everybody
they can
televise it.
And let's see it.
Yes.
Okay, so
Show us the ping pong ball.
Let me
God, that's so exciting.
Let me throw this one at you guys. So I was listening to a podcast last night with Tom Haberstroh and Bomani Jones.
Boy, we spend a time listening to podcasts, don't we? A
Isn't
lot
it?
of time.
Their idea is even more radical than Rachel's, and they're passionate about it. Eliminate the draft altogether. And here's what they would propose. So every player that comes out of college is eligible to sign with any team you want. So, Michael, who's that kid at BYU that everybody loves? A.J. Dibansa?
Yeah, Bansley, yeah.
So everybody wants that kid. But you're still playing in a salary-capped league. So A.J. Dibansa can sign with anybody he wants, but there'll be some teams that have the money to sign him and some teams that don't. And so Mace asked a good question. He said, well, why wouldn't every college kid, every great college player just go to L.A. or Miami? No, because L.A. or everything would be slotted. You'd have a 1 slot, a 2 slot, a 3 slot. If the 2 slot is available in Utah,
right,
and you could make a whole bunch of money, it would be up to the player. It's almost like when you got recruited to go to Minnesota, Michael. You can go to any school you want, but you could pick the team that's the best fit for you. If I go to Utah and they're going to pay me $5 million as a rookie, or I go to the Lakers and they're only going to pay me $500,000.
Yeah, you're going to Utah.
So there's no rookie deals in this scenario. You get paid what you're worth.
Correct, but it's still capped, and the slots are you're slotted. So, in other words, everybody
it's like NIL.
Right.
Yeah, it's basically NIL.
It is NIL.
Yeah, it is NIL.
And but it would be a capped NIL.
So, but here's my question: like, if I'm the most talented kid, if I'm Cooper Flagg last year,
right,
and I get to pick where I go.
Correct.
I'd pick the Lakers.
Okay, but what happens if the Lakers' top 4 spots are already gone? Luka's got the 1, LeBron's got the 2, Austin Reeves has got the 3. So the most you could pay Cooper if you gave him the 4 was, let's say, $1 million a year.
But aren't those?
But if he goes to
Utah,
their 1 spot is available, and he can get $5 million a year. Michael, wouldn't he then go to Utah?
Oh, yeah. More like $15 million for the 1 spot.
Right.
Not 5.
Right. Would that work, Pepe?
That will work for the money. I don't know if it's going to work for going to a losing team.
What we're trying to eliminate here, we get 4 of us get thrown in a room, and they say, eliminate tanking.
Yep.
We've got a team in Sacramento that's lost 14. We're going to watch a team tonight, Dallas, that isn't playing anybody, has lost 8 games in a row. I don't know if you guys saw this before you came in. Utah today just announced Jaren Jackson Jr. is done for the year. They're just shutting him down. So they're trying to lose.
He's having surgery.
They're trying to lose.
Yeah, they definitely are.
What we want to do is eliminate it. Michael's idea eliminates it. 1 ping pong ball for all 10
that's
teams.
not that bad, but it's like a risk because if you have the same team with really good luck 2 years in a row.
Well, that's luck,
but your chances would be what, Pepe? 10%. You have a 10% chance to get the number 1 ball.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be extremely lucky to get 2 years old. Well, Dallas last year had less than a 1% chance to get the number 1 pick.
But it can happen.
The problem with the way it is now.
When they rig it, it definitely
The problem with the way it is now, when the Spurs got Wemby, they were not the team with the worst record. The lottery just broke right for him.
Yep.
Dallas wasn't even close to the team with the best lottery odds. It just broke right for him. So the problem is now all these teams that have decided they can't win the title think, well, maybe we can be the next Dallas. Maybe we can be the next San Antonio. We're just going to accumulate as many ping pong balls as we can and try it. Under Michael's system, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's good. But
I actually like your idea better than the other 2.
Yeah,
but I
me
think
too.
any of the 3 are better than what we're doing now.
And let me just say, Michael, see if you agree with this. I think Utah is tanking in the proper way. They are still, and Triple J was playing, and now he's having surgery, but they were still playing their guys. Then they would just take them out in the 4th quarter to lose the game. So in other words, you're accomplishing both things.
Yeah.
Your fans are getting to see your best players, and you're getting a loss, which is going to help you get a better ping pong ball.
That still don't feel right.
But don't you think that's a better way to tank?
No, but that's not right.
That's also what we're trying to eliminate.
That is not right.
I get that. I'm just saying right now, under these circumstances, that's how you tank.
Yeah, but that's not right for the people that pay the tickets.
You're seeing your guys. And by the way, I read a bunch.
Pepe, it's better for the people buying the tickets than what happened the other night and nobody plays.
When nobody plays.
Right now, it's not good.
I'd rather see
the teams that are tanking.
I'd rather see Triple J for 3 quarters and not see him in the 4th and not see him at all.
Right, exactly. So I think that's the right way to tank. They're doing it the right way.
What was the team? Orlando won the lottery 2 in a row, right?
Yeah, when they got Shaq and then they got Penny Hardaway.
Right.
Yeah, so that is luck.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, right. Sure. It is definitely luck. All right, coming up next for you, somebody that I dislike may be making his Netflix debut.
Is it Steve Hartman?
Ooh,
no.
Yes, my boy.
Michael Thompson.
No.
Michael Thompson.
It is not Michael Thompson. I like Michael.
Thank you, Pepe. See?
Some of the time. I didn't like you on Monday.
I'll take that because you could be moody.
Monday, you sucked.
I was fine.
You were the ultimate moody.
You did. You sucked.
Yeah,
big time.
You were a moody son of a
big time.
Because I wasn't tap dancing?
No, because you weren't talking.
Because you guys were talking about stuff I didn't know.
You suck with capital S.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is big. This is stop everything. Valentine's Day is Saturday. Forgetting it is a huge mistake, a move that you don't want to make. That's why I always go with the Books Company every single time. It is, as I told Sam Lloyd over one of our MCs, I said, the product is just, it's a really good product. They deliver modern bouquets fresh to her door. Plus, with my code ESPN, bam, 25% off. Books flowers cut fresh, best farms in the world. You get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And the best part, Books makes it easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. No last-minute panic. That's why Books has over 50,000 five-star reviews. And listen, Even if she says, don't get me anything, that doesn't mean no flowers. Flowers still score every single time. Valentine's Day is Saturday. Don't fumble. Order right now. Go to Books.com. Use promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code ESPN. Books, promo code ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
Thank you. Here we go. Time to BB Go For It. It's your cue to call. Caller number 7 right now. 213-799-0139. 213-799-0139. Caller number 7 gets to tell us which team tonight will hit the first three-pointer.
BB Go For It.
That's right. It's a Lakers game day. Tell us again which team will hit the first three-pointer, and you can win.
From BB Go and ESPN LA.
BB Go For It.
We'll find out who's playing BB Go For It coming up next on ESPN LA.
We got your chance to win.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
It's like, thank God he's alive. And then other times, like, God, I wish he died. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's just an emotion.
Where Cap looks back at the highs and lows of 2025 and everything in between.
I would say I'm going to give 2025 a very solid 8.5. George mentions that we did start the show in the morning. That's a good thing. Health is wealth. Thank goodness. My folks are okay. Kids are all good. Morales came back to life, so that's kind of a good thing right there. I mean,
what do you mean,
sometimes
kind of?
Well, I'm saying kind of, not all the time. I mean, sometimes it's good, and it's like, God, thank God he's alive. And then other times, like, God, I wish he died. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's just an emotion. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say that 2025 for me, I'm giving it an 8.5.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BB Go. BB Go is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BB Go. Look for BB Go at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB Go for it and bring something different to the table.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
For 100 days, I'm going to cross the 7 continents because the answers to everything important are out there at the edges of our world. I'm stepping into the unknown. Where are we going? To see our planet as it's never been seen before. From pole to pole.
Pole to Pole with Will Smith from National Geographic. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Show me the way.
Wendy here. If you're looking to add a star player to your financial roster, you should take a look at SoFi's personal loans. SoFi's got some amazing moves that would be a valued addition to any team, like low fixed rates when you consolidate your debt, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. View your rate at SoFi.com/roster to get started. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/roster. NMLS 696891.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
It's time on Mason and Ireland right now on ESPN LA to BB Go For It. We've got caller number 7. Let's find out who it is.
All right, it is Fernando Gutierrez in Norwalk. Congratulations, man, just for playing BB Go For It today on Mason and Ireland. You win $50 in BB Go. Now your chance to make it get $100 and qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage. Give us your prediction for tonight's game. Which team will score the first three-pointer?
My prediction is the Lakers.
Okay, Fernando, we hope you get it.
BB, go for it. Listen to tonight's game on ESPN LA, and let's see if you're right for your chance to win even more BB Go product and qualify for the grand prize to see basketball's biggest game in person. BB, go for it. From Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA, and our friends at BB Go.
BB, go for it.
BB Go For It is brought to you by BB Go, bold Korean flavor that's comforting and easy to share, from bowls to dumplings and fried rice. BB Go For It, and bring something different to the table.
All right, so Netflix.
So now I actually pay attention to who gets the first three-pointer.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a big deal now.
So if you get one tonight, I'll say, congratulations, Fernando.
There you
and
go.
Nobody will know what I'm talking about.
So Netflix is doing baseball now. They've got a new baseball package, and they are targeting one of my least favorite players of all time to join their opening day coverage. You can probably guess who it is.
This is the worst idea Netflix has been really smart entering into sports.
Yep.
They've hired some really good people. They've done really good on the Christmas games. They are trying to hire Barry Bonds.
What?
To be a pregame show host. This idea is terrible.
It is terrible. It's a terrible idea.
Barry Bonds is despised.
Yeah, despised by a lot of people.
He's a great player, but he's a bad guy who cheated, and nobody likes him.
Aloof with teammates, never smiled, not a gregarious guy, not a good ambassador for the game. Why would you take him and put him on your pregame show?
He is knowledgeable about the game. He's well-spoken. He's a very controversial figure. He'll make people want to tune in and watch to hear what he's got to say. Wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe the first
Does
time.
anybody tune into NBC to hear Michael Jordan's canned interviews with Mike Tirico?
He's not going to say anything, like spicy. But Barry would.
I don't know. Would Barry?
Oh, yeah. Barry would criticize players.
I don't think he would.
He has nothing to lose.
Matter of fact, I'm not sure Barry would even know who the players are.
I don't either. But the thing is, you have to be nice in a way.
He's the opposite of that.
Well, maybe he's mellowed out. Kareem used to be a grump. Now he couldn't be nicer.
That's true. Kareem did
mellow out. Yeah,
Kareem did do a 180 when he got older.
Yeah, I was just reading about the Barry Bonds scandal, and the one thing that jumps out at me is, remember his trainer, Greg Anderson?
Yeah, went to prison for him.
Went to prison for him for a year and 3 months. Now, how much, and it was because he wouldn't talk, right? How much do you think Barry paid him afterwards?
Do we know?
No, I'm asking. How much do you think, in other words, how much money would it take for you to go to prison for 15 months?
To protect your friend or your client?
To protect your friend.
So Michael gets involved in a scandal, and I can testify that, and they would lock Michael up.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can save him and go to jail yourself.
I'd do it for $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million. Price. Not the usual $100.
No, definitely not.
I would do it for $1 million. Would you pay me $1 million to stay out of jail?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Michael would.
How about you? What's your price?
Honestly, I think 15 months in prison is a long time. I've seen Oz.
No, it's not that kind of prison. He probably went to
he probably did go to
where Elizabeth Holmes is.
Yeah, he went to Elizabeth Holmes prison.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would probably. I think $1 million seems like a good price.
I'm on cleanup duty today.
I will ask
Elizabeth Holmes.
$2 million.
$2 million bucks.
Pepe wants $2 million.
That's your price.
So for $1 million, you'd say no.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I personally think Elizabeth Holmes should be released from wherever she is because she's very entertaining.
That's true. And one thing to
It's a micro. What is that?
One drop of blood. I can test you for all disease.
You guys sound way more like Sounds of the Lambs than you do Elizabeth.
Put the lotion in the basket.
But I will say,
by the way, if you didn't watch Amanda Seyfried play Elizabeth Holmes in that Hulu doc, it's so good.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
she had the
so
voice.
good.
She had the voice there.
Yeah. The
if
look,
you take
the
this
voice,
deal,
all of
though,
Take
it means
this
you
deal.
don't get to work. You probably will have a difficult time finding a job. So you had to be paid enough money.
See,
I'd bring a
in
Comrex.
In our business, once I got out, I think that everybody would want to hire me.
Well, I'd bring a Comrex. I would still do the show, but just from Elizabeth Holmes' prison.
From the clink?
From the clink, exactly.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. Nick, before we get into Fast Track.
Yes.
Nick Castellanos got released by the Phillies
I saw
today.
that, yeah.
And he had 1 year left, $20 million on his deal. So now I don't think they have to pay him the $20 million. They just released him. Castellanos feels, that one of the reasons he may have been released is last year during a game, Rob Thompson, the manager of the Phillies, didn't like the way he went after a ball in the outfield, and he benched him in the middle of an inning. And Castellanos came out of the game. Now, keep in mind, in baseball, once you're out of the game, you cannot go back in.
Right.
All right. He walked out of he came off the field, went back into the clubhouse to cool off, grabbed a beer, walked back out, sat next to his manager, Rob Thompson, on the dugout and said, hey, man, that wasn't right what you just did to me. And Thompson couldn't believe he had a beer in the dugout.
A beer in his hand.
and he said, I think you have some rules that prohibit us from playing our best, and other times you're not strict enough. And Howie Kendrick, one of the coaches on the Phillies, walked over to Castellanos while he was having this conversation, took the beer out of his hand, and said, you don't want that in the dugout, man. And so he kind of saved him. Before he ever took a sip. He never took a sip of the beer.
But he did bring a beer to the
Never
dugout.
even opened it.
Yeah.
Okay. After the game, Dave Dombrowski, the general manager, walked into the clubhouse, said to Castellanos, let's go have a meeting in the manager's office. They told him that's completely unacceptable. You can't bring beer into the dugout. Castellanos apologized for his behavior, said he would never do it again. Fast forward several months later, Phillies had a very good team last year.
Yeah,
a lot of
very
people
good.
thought they were the Dodgers' biggest threat.
Yeah, I felt they were.
And today they released him, and Castellanos feels the beer incident may not have been the only reason, but had a lot to do with why he got released. Michael, if I did that, if I brought a beer into the dugout of a game where I could no longer participate, is that a fireable offense?
Depends on who you are as a player. If Shohei did it, if Freddie Freeman did it, if
Bryce Harper did it.
Yeah, Corey Seager.
LeBron did it on the bench?
I think LeBron in a game he wasn't playing walked in drinking a glass of wine one day.
All depends on who you are.
Right. I mean, if he wasn't batting 250 with a sub 700 OPS, maybe he'd still be on
Kyle
the team.
Schwarber only hit 230, but he had
Pepe,
like
how about
50-some
you?
home runs.
If I did what Nick Castellanos did, would that be grounds to release me?
For that reason, no, but maybe he's a rebel. And he's always.
Oh, he very much is.
Yeah. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Not worth
Well, I
not
think
worth the trouble.
Mace hit on the reason. He hit 250 and he was making $20 million a year.
Yeah.
You know, so
250 is good though these days.
250.
That's pretty good, right?
Sub 700 OPS. That's what we look at now is OPS.
But what I can't figure out about baseball is there's all these unwritten rules that they follow. And the best example of this is Michael's youngest son, Trace.
Yeah.
Last year, Trace led the minor leagues in hitting in spring training. He was playing for the Red Sox. And because Trace was older, what was he, 32, 33 last year?
33.
He was 33 last year. The Red Sox said, yeah, we're going to give that playing time to younger guys and see if we can develop them. If I'm running a baseball team, I want the guy who hit 600 in spring training.
Yeah, you want the best.
But, Mace, there's all these, I mean, you worked in baseball a long time. There's all these rules of like, well, I'm not going to take that pitcher because he's too old, or I'm not going to take that hitter.
Well, think about it. It's like put it in NBA standards. You want to develop a young player, and I think that's probably why somebody else got that job instead of Trace. What's Trace doing? Is he in spring training or going to spring training?
Waiting to sign with somebody.
I would think his numbers last year would get him at least an invite, a non-roster invite to a camp. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I just think I want guys who can hit, and if you can hit, I'll play you. If you're purple, green, red, orange, 40 years old, 20 years old, don't care. All right, Emily is yelling at us to break. So I think we went too long.
Break! All right.
Fast Track coming at you next.
Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The floor looked whiter last night. I don't know why. Yeah,
it probably did, yeah.
It did.
The way that they were scoring.
Yeah, it just looked whiter last night. Yeah, like you had a lot more room than normal.
It wasn't just because it was in Brooklyn.
Whiter?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't?
Bro, no, wider, not whiter.
No, I said whiter.
Austin
Reeves was out there. I mean, it makes sense. 100%. Yeah. Totally with you. Yeah.
We all heard that.
I am so sorry.
When your explanation, I'm like, oh, like he said whiter.
Wider.
I thought you meant whiter.
Yeah, I thought you
were making a joke.
No, lots of space.
Both,
no,
I guess. It was both wider and whiter. Two things can be true.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Access to education changes lives.
That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional working and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Nothing like Valentine's Day in a cozy casita. My own private plunge pool, extra fluffy bed. Wait, is this thing on? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
From Cielo above to Mosen below, we've got Surf and Chirp 3 special ways this Valentine's Day.
Number 2.
The best part of getting here is it's so easy.
And the number 1 reason.
Lunar New Year. Pin your wish on our wishing wall, and it really could come true. The 20th or 21st.
Morongo, good times.
In Los Angeles, it's not about closing deals. It's about opening partnerships. At ESPN LA, we're hiring audio play-by-play and digital marketing consultants. People who build relationships and create custom solutions powered by ESPN LA and the biggest teams in the city. This is where brands connect with fans who care. Competitive pay, full benefits, unlimited upside. Open your next partnership. Apply now at goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. New year, new floors, and absolutely no wasted time. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring makes upgrading your home a winning move right out of the gate with millions of in-stock flooring options at unbeatable wholesale pricing. You can stop waiting and start installing. Hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. They truly have it all. Family owned for 3 generations, Hernandez keeps it simple and affordable. Start the new year strong. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom near Commerce Casino.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, zoom, man.
Zoom, zoom. There is a Ontario Hockey League team called the Oshawa Generals who sent an email to their patrons, and it reads as follows. We are thrilled to have you with us each and every game and appreciate the energy you bring to the arena. To ensure a clean, comfortable, and enjoyable experience for everyone, we kindly ask for your cooperation with a few simple hygiene practices. Please make use of the hand sanitizing stations located throughout the arena, cover coughs and sneezes, and be mindful of personal cleanliness while sharing our space with our fellow fans. There's a bullet point that reads, if you went to the gym or did something that produced body odor, please shower before attending the game. So my question for you all is, who in your life can tell you that you stink? Like that you smell? Can anybody tell you smell, or only your partners?
No, if I was giving off a bad odor, I would consider it a favor if somebody said, "Hey, man, did you?" I'll say it to my son sometimes. I'll say it to Jack. I'll go, "Hey, man, did you put deodorant on?" And he'll go, "Yes." I go, "You're lying. Get back up there and do it again."
Yeah, I mean, I think other than one, I don't think I would accept that from it. I think you're supposed to pretend that nothing smells when somebody smells, right? You're supposed to pretend like everything's okay.
Just walk away.
Yeah, exactly, Michael. Just walk away.
Yeah.
If you're Pigpen and you're surrounded by a cloud of dirt, yeah.
Pepe, what about you? Would you tell anybody they stink?
If it's my son, I will.
But
what if it's a stranger? What if you and I don't know each other? I'm next to you on a plane.
I just go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you tell Mace that he stinks?
You better not.
I would tell you. If
Would
you
tell
stunk.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a mean way. I'll go, "Hey, man,
I wouldn't
did you
tell
use
anybody.
deodorant?"
I wouldn't take Mace or John or Mike.
Yeah.
Even Michael.
They smell like coconut.
That's true.
Yeah, true.
Rotten coconut.
Brian?
Fast track.
All right, guys. So the University of Indiana, their NIL funds seem to have grown a little bit here.
I'm not surprised.
So what they did is Kirk Sinetti's game-worn national championship headset from the sideline, the one he had on, sold at auction, and that auction funds Indiana's NIL. $112,000 for his game-worn headset. Why do people need these things like that? And then, question, I think John actually posed this one. What do you think like Sean McVay's headset would go for? Somebody like that in the NFL.
For me, I wouldn't pay a lot for it.
Right.
I've never understood paying for those things like Kirk Signetti's headset because it doesn't have a function. It's just a piece of memorabilia.
Yeah, but there's a sentimentality that goes along with it, and there are a lot of
You
collectors
went,
out there.
you went to, you remember you went to Dave Koga's house down
Yeah,
in the,
unbelievable.
All that stuff.
And we saw the Laker museum he has there.
Yeah.
That thing
Kareem's
is-
goggles, I mean, all
Oh, my
that kind of
goodness, that
stuff.
stuff's
Yeah.
really
It is
sold
for
them
the
everything.
collectors. It is
Yeah.
for the collectors.
Yeah.
As simple
So
as
if
that.
you're a
But-
collector, I get it. Or if you're like a diehard Indiana fan and you're like, you want to commemorate this season, I want to put this under glass and hang it on the wall,
Sure.
and that's Kurt. I mean, I get that if
Yeah.
you're a huge Indiana Hoosiers
If
fan.
I said to you, Mace, you can have the goggles Kareem wore from Game 7 the last time the Lakers won a title, what would you be willing to pay for them?
Or you could have the bat that Shohei had 3 home runs with.
Oh, God.
What would you pay? You'd be willing to pay for it. See?
Oh, yeah. No, I would.
Yeah,
See,
there you go.
I would.
Here's why I wouldn't. Because they'll say to you, we have this authenticated. It's got a certificate of authenticity. You know how easy it would be for somebody to get a pair of goggles or to get a bat that looked exactly
Right.
like the one you had
Right,
and
sure.
slip it to you?
Right.
Yeah, so
But
that's why I'm not in the
there
memorabilia game.
are
I don't
companies
trust
that
those
you
guys.
can trust, like Upper Deck. You can trust.
I don't even think Upper
You
Deck
can trust auction houses.
I don't even think auction houses know if I pulled a fast one. Let's say I had something. I'm doing an interview and Kobe hands me something at the end of the
his
interview.
last jersey he ever wore.
And said, "Here, I want you to have this." And I say, "All right, I'm selling it. I'm going online. I'm selling Kobe's jersey. Here's a picture of it." And then I just go get another one of his jerseys, make it look like the one he handed me, and keep the real one. You know how easy it would be for me to do that?
That's why the authenticity that they do with everything that they auction. The Lakers have an auction every game,
right?
And whatever they get from that is for the
I just
kids.
and I know they're telling me they're being honest. I just think there's a lot of bad actors along the way that could disrupt the process.
Yeah, like anything.
Right. So that's why I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. By the way,
But
Shohei.
to answer your question, I wouldn't even pay $1,000 for Kurt Signetti or Sean McVay's headset. I don't want it.
So
I don't know if it's real.
I was at that Chris Taylor event a couple of weeks ago, and there was a live auction.
Polar Plunge?
The Polar Plunge. And the Shohei jersey, how much do you went for? Signed Shohei jersey. Remember,
A game one?
We're at the Shade Hotel. We're all hanging out. It's not a
nice digs, huh?
beautiful
Yeah.
spot.
Game
But-
one Shohei jersey.
But about 100 people there. What do you think it went for?
I'd say
I'll say $5K.
No, I'd say 35,000.
14K. Somebody spent 14K.
So I was
that
closer
day.
than Michael.
Right.
Second time in a row. I told you Isaiah
Yeah.
Stewart was only
Well,
hitting 5 games.
I've been at the
7.
auction and for LeBron sign photograph.
Yeah.
They pay $20,000.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
When we went to that, I
I'm
don't
just
know-
not in that club.
I don't know if you know this,
And
Michael.
Dave Kohler, the guy who Michael's talking about, who has the best Laker connection of anybody in the world,
unbelievable.
is a great guy, and he'll let anybody go look at it.
When
It's
we were
it's a museum.
when we were at that live auction, we got a paddle. You know, like you have a paddle with a number on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're not really going to use that, but they gave it to us. And the second auction item was 4 nights at the Maui Four Seasons.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
So all of a sudden, I don't have the paddle. Juan has the paddle, and he's raising it's like he's trying to land a plane at some point. He's just waving the paddle around. We ended up getting it. And
That's, by the way, I've stayed at that hotel. It's spectacular.
Well, we went back and looked. Andrew Siciliano was there and said, I've stayed at that hotel. You got a really good deal.
Yeah.
It was a good
You'll
deal.
be glad you did that.
Yeah.
How much did you pay?
How much do you
4,000?
pay?
What was the winning bid?
The winning bid ended with 3 zeros. How about that?
Okay.
So that could be 5,000.
Could be.
It could be 9,000.
Could be 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I think you're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
Now,
no,
that
I'm
makes a lot
excited.
more sense to me than buying Kurt Signetti's headset.
Right.
Because that's something tangible that I can use.
Yes.
But I can't. What am I doing with Kurt Signetti's headset? And again, how do I know it's real? In Maui, you're going to go have an experience.
And that's an experience.
That's
yeah,
how
that's
you should
different.
use your money.
That's a good
What
way
You
to
do
do
like
it.
I do with the gold medal. Put it on, walk around the house naked.
Oh, God.
Well, wait a second. If you get something signed, people can check if the signature is real.
Well, no, just by
But
looking,
Pepe,
I don't think so.
48 Hours, the investigative show, did a story once, and they went to Kobe. This was when Kobe was alive. And they said, here's 5 things we bought on sale at auctions with certificates of authenticity. And all 5, Kobe said, were not his signature. All 5. So that's how you can say that it's real. And you could pass a lie detector test because you're being told by people you trust that it's real. But everybody who had that item in their hands from the time the game ended until the time it goes on auction can disrupt the process. That's why I don't trust it.
But there are experts that can verify.
Yeah,
that
it's tricky. I mean,
don't trust them.
If you go to an auction house like Sotheby's or Christie's or one of those, they do real authentication. Like they're not selling crap. They're in the market of really cool items. But otherwise, like for example, that Shohei jersey that somebody bought at the Chris Taylor thing. Chris Taylor said, I'm the authenticator here because I just got this autograph yesterday. I'm like, well, if you walk away with that, there's no way to prove that was really signed by Shohei Ohtani.
They give you a paper.
The only way you know is if you actually see it with your own eyes. I've told this story a bunch of times on the air that our friend Jeffrey Blake, who gets Mace and I into Saturday Night Live, and his dad Jeff has been a long-time listener, old friend of Mace's. One time when the All-Star game was in Los Angeles, as a promotion, they sent me a Kobe jersey, like whoever was doing the promotion. So I was on a bus or a plane one day, and I told Kobe, I go, hey, if I handed you that, can I get you to sign it? I want to send it to somebody. And he goes, yeah, sure. So I watched him sign it. He handed it back to me, and I sent it to Jeffrey Blake. Just as a thank you for all the great things he's done for us over the years. And so I know of Pepe that because I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and I was the only one who touched it.
But you can't prove it.
That's right.
It's only your word.
It's only your word.
Right. But I don't know if he tried to sell it, if people would believe him.
Well, a lot of people
that's why I think the whole process is tainted.
A lot of people go to like those autograph shows where you directly have somebody sign something for
in
you
front of you.
Which is a one way to do it.
I told you about Elizabeth Taylor signing an autograph for me, and I have it. But people might not believe me. But if somebody comes and says, this is Elizabeth Taylor's
but you're never going to sell it. You're not trying to make money.
No, but
on
I mean,
it's a memento.
Wait, if somebody says no, it's not true. Somebody can come and say yes, it is.
Is it legible? Can you tell it's her name, Elizabeth Taylor, or is it scribbled?
Yeah, I have it in a frame.
Yeah, because Kobe's you can't tell. You just did a K with a line.
Yeah, right.
All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track. By the way, if you want to play in the dating game tomorrow, people are auditioning here. If you DM me at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E, you can be in the dating game tomorrow.
Yet or not yet?
We got a couple of contenders.
Is it going to be like Bachelor number 1, Bachelor number 2, that
yes,
kind of thing?
Yes, you're going to be
just like that.
And Mace will be playing the role of Jim Lang.
Oh, and Emily will be asking them questions.
Emily will be asking the questions.
And you better like the Steelers, otherwise.
Oh yeah.
You just can't be a Patriots fan. That's the big
no
thing.
Patriots fans.
Oh, by the way, I saw this on Social M. If I offered you $10,000, okay, in exchange for you never, ever, for the rest of your life, listening to a Taylor Swift song, would you take it?
How much?
10,000? $10,000, but she can never.
Oh no!
Any of the old stuff, anything to come in the future, you can never listen to Taylor Swift again, and I will give you $10,000. Yes or no?
It's fun for love story at a wedding. No, I'd say no. More money.
Oh, Emily, here's a great question to ask the guys. What is your deal breaker?
Okay.
That's a good one, right?
What's
Duly
yours?
noted.
Yeah, what's your deal breaker?
My deal breaker? Probably somebody who's disrespectful to people who can't help them.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think I've never in my life and don't think I could date a smoker.
Yeah, that's tough.
I always said that. Juan was a smoker when I
But
met
not
him.
anymore.
He's given it up.
Yeah.
Finally got him
Pepe,
to quit.
what's your deal breaker?
Well, if it's nice to people in general, okay?
Kindness is a requirement.
Kindness.
Yeah.
So mean someone who's mean is a deal breaker.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
deal breaker is if you're not hot in the sack, no way.
It's kind of hard to know.
I'll guarantee you,
off the
Mason's
top.
the only one of the four of us who is completely
Brian?
How about
100%
Brian?
honest.
Brian.
What's your deal breaker?
Yeah, Brian.
If you drink too much, not
Drink
really
too
into
much?
That.
Yeah. You guys aren't drinkers?
No.
No, you've got your,
the other thing.
You've got your,
Yeah.
your stuff. All right.
But I don't have an issue with that type of smoking, what you do. I think somebody that smokes cigarettes, though, every day, several times a day would be a huge turn.
Yeah, that would be rough. All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
But before I get to that, I want to tell you guys about what's on tap today on ESPN LA. The Lakers face the Mavericks tonight at home before the All-Star break. The Toyota Lakers Countdown with Beto Duran starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. Hear it on your afternoon drive on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio in the ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste with playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
All gas, all Lakers.
Tonight, the Purple and Gold are back at Crypto.com Arena, looking to defend their home floor as the Dallas Mavericks come to downtown LA.
And it's stolen by Kennard. Here come the Lakers on a fast break. LeBron down the middle, slam dunk.
It's Lakers versus Mavericks. Coverage begins tonight at 5:30 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, sports fans, if you haven't hit up Lazy Dog Restaurant yet, you're missing out. I'm talking made-from-scratch meals, ice-cold beers, handcrafted drinks, and their new Cowboy Ribeye Burger is perfect fuel for game day. Happy hour and late-night deals start at just $3. Staying in? Order online and get free delivery on orders over $25. And hey, use code ESPNLA for 10% off your online order. Locations all across Southern California and beyond. Visit LazyDogRestaurants.com to find a location near you.
ESPN LA is bringing the action to Hollywood Park Casino for the House Rules Grand Opening Celebration, happening Thursday, February 12th from 3 to 5:30 p.m. Join ESPN LA's DeMarco and Travis, as well as me, Chris Morales, as House Rules by Hollywood Park Casino, partnered with Legends Attic, the Southland's premier sports memorabilia gallery and store, officially opens its door inside LA's hottest card room. Celebrate in style with great food, drinks, prizes. Meet Oral Hershiser and Isaac Bruce. More information at playhpc.com/events.
ESPN LA family, on personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand. 2026 marks 15 years that you've trusted me to represent you when you're hurt and down. I'm honored to fight for you in personal injury cases when it matters most. Numbers don't lie. I'm the real deal. The voice you hear is the voice you get. If you've been injured in an accident, call 213-747-1234, 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, built on trust, proven by results.
All right, we got a caller who says, I need to buy a car and I need to save money. Well, my friend, I've got one answer for you. The Cerritos Auto Square. It's America's largest auto mall. 24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
It's crazy to see how much everyone's changed at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yes, he told Tim he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but he said it's way more than that. It also skyrockets nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. Tim started taking it right away, and trust me, I've already noticed results.
Wow, I might just have to go catch up with Brian.
After 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. Feel like your old self again with Total T2. Stronger, leaner, and more energized. Just text ORDER to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone and nitric oxide booster. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's ORDER to 369-369. ORDER to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, vroom, vroom, man.
Vroom, vroom. So the UCLA men's basketball team is sitting at 17-7 right now, and they're 6th in the Big Ten. Mick Cronin was talking about how to make his team better in the future, especially because there's a lot of agents around LA right now for the All-Star game. So this is Mick Cronin talking about the player he wants on his Bruins team.
Get me find me the biggest, nastiest vodka drinking Eastern European you can. It's like I tell Yogi, he's meeting with all these agents from all over the world are coming in, I guess. Mm-hmm. Just find some guy that used to like wrestle bears.
Is this the ideal basketball player today?
Yeah, just describe
Sure,
Jokic.
it's Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic is kind of low key, but I wouldn't want to mess with those Jokic brothers.
No,
they're mean.
No. I think that's very funny. Now, are there European players on UCLA?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like half
Is
the
it?
team.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, on every team now.
Yeah.
You know, they're loaded up. I like Cronin, but, man, he hasn't smiled in years.
Well, he's a salty dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But UCLA kind of needs that. They need somebody to go in there and go full Bobby Knight on them.
So 17-7, are they getting into the tournament? Sounds like they're bubbly.
I just saw Joe Lenardi, and they were a part of the last four in.
Last four?
Yeah. Arizona's the number one team in the country. They only have one loss.
Right.
So they've got a few more games against teams that can help them. But although are Arizona and UCLA in the same conference anymore? They're not, right? UCLA went to the Big Ten. I think Arizona went somewhere else.
Big Ten, yeah, no Arizona. Michigan leads the conference 13-1.
Michigan's got one loss.
Yeah, one loss.
They're good.
Illinois, Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan State, all in the top 20. UCLA 9-4. USC down the list 7-7. Oh, they're 18-7 overall.
USC?
Yeah, USC.
Yeah, they're coached by Eric Musselman, who Eric's dad, Bill, was Michael's coach in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Michael knew Eric when he was a Ute, when he was like a 2-year-old.
USC's 18-7 and UCLA is 17-7. So it sounds like they're both kind of bubbly for the tournament.
Well, and they still play each other.
Right.
So that's good. By the way, Gilbert Arenas' kid is really good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, he got in a car accident, but he's starting
I remember that, yeah.
He's starting to come into his own. If you haven't seen him play it, go watch him. He's really good.
Brian?
Fast Track.
So Kevin Durant was just asked about the All-Star game coming up, and a lot of criticism that they don't try hard. Specifically, got the question if the old head team that he is on with LeBron and Steph is actually going to try hard, and he responded with this. Let me play this for you.
You should ask the Europeans, if the world team, if they're going to compete. I mean, because we look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now. Let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor. They shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro.
I would see that none of them care. World,
100%
local, domestic.
What does he mean by read between the lines?
But he's that the reason nobody cares is because the Euros are just out there jacking up half quarters and not playing any defense. But Mesa's right, and you've said it for years. Nobody plays defense in that game.
they're all guilty.
Regardless of color or nationality, all 10 of them are not playing any.
They don't care. They don't care.
2 years ago, one of those teams scored 200 points.
Yeah.
Another one had like 190-something.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
So I think that there's one thing that Kevin Durant's trying to say. Read between the lines and this hand motion. See it? You read between the lines?
I don't understand.
No, what's that?
I don't get that.
Read between the lines of my three fingers and what's in the middle.
Is that really what he's saying?
I don't know.
Read between the lines?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually clever.
What does he mean? I still don't get it.
Read between the lines.
Between the
Look
lines.
what's between the lines.
Oh, the middle finger?
Yeah.
No, that's not what he's saying.
I think he is. I think he's saying read between the lines.
I think he's bringing up.
line. This is a line, and this is what he's saying.
I think he's bringing up race or color or something. Like the black guys are getting criticized for not trying hard, but the white Europeans are.
He said the old guys.
The
like
old guys.
Him, LeBron,
But-
Steph. Steph's not even playing in the game.
But all of them are a disgrace the way they go out there and represent the league. And 20,000 people are sitting up there.
When was the last
I'm like,
time
what are you
that
watching?
that game was good?
Last time?
At least 6-7 years ago.
I
Like
think the last
5 years
time
has
was
been-
when Kobe.
Michael used to go to it.
When Dwayne Wade broke Kobe's nose. Remember? I think they were really competing hard.
Those
Remember that
were-
happened?
yeah, I
think
remember
it'll be
that.
the last
I
time.
remember that.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next for you. Is there really such a thing as loyalty in sports? One NBA superstar has a response to that. We'll do it coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about BB Go. If you haven't tried it, you got to try some BB Go. It's the best. And particularly when you're watching a Laker game. If you're watching the game tonight and you have people coming over, get some BB Go and enjoy it with the group. Good food and good company always make the experience so much better. That's why I love BB Go. It's perfect for at-home watch parties or just settling in for a night of hoops. When it comes to Korean flavor, BB Go goes all in. Their food is bold, packed with flavor, but also comforting. The result is something for everyone. Bowls for a quick lunch or dinner, dumplings and fried rice for a quick meal to be shared. BB Go reminds people what it feels like to go all in. So the next time you're gathering, vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BB Go. You can pick it up in the Asian and freezer aisles at your local grocery store. BB Go for it and bring something different to the table.
By the way, I don't know if you heard it or not, but in the middle of your read,
yes,
Pepe's mic was open, and he did this.
We're putting them to sleep? Well, better now, Pepe, than during the game tonight, right?
Yeah.
We got to get it. You got the yawns out now.
I'm really sorry. I like BB Go a lot.
Yeah, no, BB Go's awesome. You know,
I'm not offended, Pepe. The thing is, I think you're probably the same. We've got to gear up for tonight because if you yawn during the Mason and Ireland show, then Mason just makes fun of you.
Yeah,
trust me. But if you do it during the game, then everybody gets mad.
You know how I know you know how I know you yawned?
It's on the tape.
It is on the tape.
This would be a good night
But
to
it's
watch
so
cooking
hard
shows.
to do these games. So hard.
You're breaking out the cooking shows tonight.
Yeah, I bring out the cooking TikToks.
You watch what? Top Chef?
No, just the people cooking different recipes on
Cooking
TikTok.
on TikTok?
The game was so bad the other day when the Lakers punted the game before it even started.
Oh, yeah.
That Michael was watching a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like.
Did you put that game in the fridge for San Antonio?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like
for sure.
Before he didn't say it on the air, but before the game even started, he was like, "What do we do?"
No dice.
We're
All right.
arguing for running clock.
Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
I love wedding cake.
Yeah. Did you guys freeze your cake?
So you take like a slice of it and you put it in the freezer, and like on your first anniversary, you
see my family, my brothers, there was no cake left.
Yeah.
Well,
they take the first piece out and then they freeze it.
Gone. Everything gone.
By the way, D, you know what it tastes like? Crappy freezer brewed cake.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
And join ESPN LA this afternoon from 3 to 5:30 as the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show broadcasts live from Hollywood Park Casino for the House Rules grand opening. Maybe they're listening to me right now. Meet Ora Hershiser and Isaac Bruce. Enter for a chance to win basketball tickets and experience LA's hottest card room firsthand. More info at playhpc.com/events. Hollywood Park Casino. Party and play 24/7.
Call Jacob.
800-345-6789. That's a new way to call Jacob. And how easy is that, Mace?
800-345-6789. In a city full of stars, one shines the brightest. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
In Los Angeles, it's not about closing deals. It's about opening partnerships. At ESPN LA, we're hiring audio play-by-play and digital marketing consultants. People who build relationships and create custom solutions powered by ESPN LA and the biggest teams in the city. This is where brands connect with fans who care. Competitive pay, full benefits, unlimited upside. Open your next partnership. Apply now at goodkarmabrands.com/careers.
Celebrate the Lunar New Year at Pechanga Resort Casino. Kick the year of the horse into overdrive with cash and easy play giveaways every Saturday during the month of February. Plus, one lucky guest will take home a brand new Ferrari on February 28th. Earn entries for Pechanga's Lunar New Year drawings by using your rewards card when you play your favorite slots and table games all month long. Then be at Pechanga every Saturday night in February to activate your entries. Must be present to win. Visit Pechanga.com for complete details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID to participate.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for a long time.
Why not?
Back to the guys.
Mace, let me correct myself.
Okay.
2 years ago, on the UCLA basketball roster, they had a guy from Nigeria, a guy from Turkey, a guy from Serbia, another guy from Nigeria, a guy from Spain, and a guy from Slovenia.
It is
this
Team
year,
World.
This year, no foreigners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he wants an angry foreigner who wrestles
Yeah,
bears.
I think he wants to go back to getting foreigners, but
Yeah.
right now on their roster, they're all Americans.
You know why we're playing this song? Because of your description of that Jackson Hayes dunk.
The
Hit it.
dipsy-do.
Hit it.
And now a steal by Jackson Hayes, and now he's got to run out. Slam dunk, he did a dipsy-do between his legs and dunked it. Michael, he was like he was in a dunk contest.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Pepe, do you remember how you called Jackson Hayes' between the legs dunk? Did you use dipsy-do?
No.
By the way, in that...
How would you say dipsy-do in Spanish? Dipsy-do?
Dipsy-do.
Yeah.
By the way, if you just take one part of that, it's like he made a dipsy-do between his legs is what you actually say. He will be in the slam dunk contest, by the way.
I will be disappointed if the guys on...
He's got to do a dipsy-do.
Well, I'll be disappointed. Who's got it? Peacock or Amazon?
NBC.
NBC's got the dunk contest?
Yeah, they have the dunk
Peacock?
contest. Yes, Peacock.
All right, Noah Eagle. Dipsy-do. Let's hear it.
Dipsy-do it is. All right, so James Harden has played for Oklahoma City, Houston.
Let me see if I can get them all.
Okay.
OKC.
Yep.
Houston.
Yep.
Brooklyn.
Yep.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
Clippers.
Yep.
Cavs. Did I
You
get them
got
all?
it. You got it.
Okay.
So he was speaking to the media about loyalty, and I want you to hear what he says about loyalty.
And the whole quote-unquote loyalty thing is, I think it's overrated. You know, I think this is a business at the end of the day, and it's a lot of money involved and a lot of decisions that has to be made. You know what I mean? So, you know, like if a player isn't producing, or if you don't see him in the future, or, you know, front office, some of them have to do like a job and want to keep their job, you know, so they got to feel like they got to do what's best for, you know, to keep their job, and they trade players. Or if a guy isn't happy and he wants to be traded to somewhere else, then it's a problem. It's just so many different dynamics that go into it. This is a business at the end of the day. So, like, you know, not even just the NBA, but like people that have normal jobs have those same problems. It's just not magnified.
So loyalty. You know, it's interesting. Sometimes loyalty gets criticized. I'm thinking of Mike Trout. Mike Trout has been loyal to the Angels. They're paying him $1 bajillion, and people complain that he has no desire to demand a trade to compete for a championship.
Right.
And so loyalty is viewed as negative with Mike Trout.
Okay.
It is viewed as a positive when we talk about guys like Steph. We talk about guys like Kobe. We talk about guys like Derek Jeter.
But here's the problem. I agree with Harden.
Yeah.
Where was the loyalty to Chris Paul?
I don't know. How many teams did he play for?
A lot. But at the end, he signed a one-year deal to finish his career in L.A., and the Clippers just released him.
But they thought he was disruptive.
Okay, where was the loyalty to Klay Thompson, who helped them win all those titles, and then at the end of his run there, they just said, see ya.
Right.
Well, I mean, Harden's right. I mean, loyalty's got to swing both ways here. If a team can cut you at a moment's notice and put you out on the street, and every team has done it, then why can't the player do it?
Well, the player certainly can, and obviously James Harden, guys, the modern...
Michael, do you disagree with me on that?
No, you're right. I mean, obviously people like Steve says, Steph's not going anywhere. Joe Lacob's loyal to him, even though, I can't see Joe Lacob getting rid of Steph. The fan base wouldn't stand for it.
Right, but what's interesting is guys get cut, released, traded,
especially in football.
But what
all the time that don't remember Derek Fisher at the end of his career?
Right.
Derek Fisher helped the Lakers win 5 titles. They traded him in the middle of the night for Jordan Hill.
So how
look what they did to Tom Brady.
Right.
Let me how would we feel about Kobe if he had gone to the Clippers?
I would not hold it against him.
Me either. I would hate to see him go, but I would say he's got to do what's best for him.
But would that would be disloyal, right?
Nope.
No, I wouldn't think so.
He gave the Lakers multiple championships.
Right.
He gave the Lakers everything he had. He was the ultimate competitor, and the Lakers couldn't build a winner. And he
because he was here for a stretch of time where they could not build a winner,
right?
And he stayed,
and he
was thinking about
earned his own free agency. He worked. He played 7 years for one team. According to NBA rules, that means he's eligible for free agency. Yeah. He earned the right to shop around. I'm not going to yell at him for shopping around. But I would
argue, like in life, you're loyal to the Lakers.
I am, but if the Lakers fired me, I would stop being loyal to them immediately.
Yeah, because it's a business, Mace.
It's always a business. I totally agree.
And it has to work for the players and for the owner. And
right. Could you ever imagine, John, I'm just going to throw out a hypothetical.
Okay.
Could you ever imagine taking the Mason and Ireland show to another station?
Sure.
See, I like ESPN.
I do too.
Yeah, but they offer you triple the money.
And
you're
right
gone.
now, they like us.
Right.
But, okay, this happened with you.
Yes, it did. It would never happen again.
When we were together, Mason and Ireland, our contracts were up. They offered you a 6-month contract. And New York offered you a 3-year guaranteed contract.
Correct, yeah.
You left for New York, and I told you should. A 6-month contract at that point was an insult.
It was
Were you
insulting.
disloyal for leaving me and leaving the show?
No, had they matched the offer, I would have said
then
sure.
you're making my point.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden's right.
But
the door has to swing both ways.
But it does F up your legacy.
Of course it does.
I mean,
is your legacy ruined for you going to New York? No, you came back.
Yeah, but I think when guys change teams a lot, like Harden or Kevin Durant,
or Chris Paul,
or Chris Paul, when you bounce around a little bit, it changes your legacy and the way people view you.
LeBron has to change LeBron. He's been on 3 teams.
For some people, it does.
Some
people, it does. Some people hold it against him. Some people still hold the Miami thing against him.
Well, I hear all the time LeBron's not really a Laker.
Right.
But he's given us 7 years. What else you want from this guy?
And a championship.
Right.
And a championship. Yep.
Yeah. To me, I agree with Harden. I think it swings both ways. I've never understood people booed Shaquille O'Neal when the Lakers elected not to pay him and traded him to Miami. And then the Laker fans booed Shaq when he came back. Now, he's won him back over. If Shaq walks into our building now, he gets. But I was embarrassed for those Laker fans booing Shaq. He didn't trade himself.
Let me go back to the Mike Trout thing, which I think is the most interesting part of this. Everybody criticizes him for staying with the Angels.
Right.
For accepting mediocrity.
For being loyal. Now, is that fair to criticize somebody who's just being loyal to the people that he works for?
I think he went with the team that gave him the most money.
Right, but right now he's got the money. He could say, I want to be traded now. He doesn't say that. Yeah. And people don't have respect for him because he doesn't say, I want to be traded now to a contender.
I would argue that his trade window is gone. His injuries, nobody else, none of the teams would want him.
Don't disagree.
But he made that decision. Like Tony Gwynn was the same way. Everybody used to yell at Tony Gwynn about staying on those bad Padres teams and go to the contender. I never fault a player for going to a contender. Michael will tell you this. Michael was in Portland, got traded to San Antonio for a few months, got traded to the Lakers, and he wasn't a starter anymore.
Right.
And he was happy as could be. But you say it changed your life, getting traded to the Lakers.
Definitely. I got to meet Pepe.
But in the case of Mike Trout, do you hold
if Mike Trout came out today and said, you know what, I've given you guys my whole career, I would like to be traded, I would not think any less.
But what if he stays? What if he says, I want to be an Angel?
Well, what
do you
happens
hold it against him?
It depends. No, it depends on the person. I mean, if you want to be, you want to be loyal.
To your question, yes. I think a lot of people do.
A lot of people do hold it against him for being loyal.
What they say about him is doesn't really care whether or not he wins, because anybody who would contribute, the Angels have missed the playoffs for more consecutive seasons than any team in baseball, and there's no reason to think that that's ending. So if you pledge your career to the Angels and somebody says, well, that guy doesn't care about winning, I understand the criticism.
For that reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But I mean,
that's Mason's point.
Yeah, that's my point. You can be criticized for either being too loyal or not loyal enough.
All right. As George Donato says, everybody hates everything.
Yes, exactly. All right. Pepe, do you want to add something?
No, it's okay.
Okay, got it.
You never let me do it.
It's rare that Pepe, Michael, and I all get to compete in the same game of games.
Wow.
But today it will happen.
Because
it's your game.
And we will do it coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Gypsy do between his legs. That's right. National University is one of our favorite partners here at ESPN LA. February's Black History Month. National University thinks that's a time to recognize the generations of African Americans who have shaped our history and continue to move us forward. But National University doesn't just celebrate Black History Month. They celebrate everybody. Working students, military families, veterans, anybody looking for a college degree, National University is designed for you. They're a nonprofit that offers more than 150 degree programs, credentials, and certificates designed for people ready to take the next step. And you're never on your own. Professors, advisors, support resources. I've met all these people. They're super into it. NU is with you every step of the way. They're a proud sponsor of the Lakers, proud sponsor of ESPN LA. And anything I've talked about, if you think it's for you, go to their website to check it out. NU.edu. NU.edu. National University.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
The Lakers are in the no man's land category, and thus there is no point to this season. They have a top 5 player of all time in LeBron. They have a top 5 player in the sport in Luka. You can't tell me the point of this season is to win a championship because LeBron just told you they have no chance of doing that. You can't tell me the point of the season is for draft status. You can't tell me the point of the season is for player development with young players. The majority of the team is on an expiring contract to get to the team that Luka can build around. The only point of this season for the Los Angeles Lakers is to ultimately get LeBron James off the roster so they can restart this franchise around Luka. This is as pointless of a season for as relevant of a team as we have ever seen in the history of sports.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. New year, new floors, and absolutely no wasted time. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring makes upgrading your home a winning move right out of the gate with millions of in-stock flooring options at unbeatable wholesale pricing. You can stop waiting and start installing hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. They truly have it all. Family owned for 3 generations, Hernandez keeps it simple and affordable. Start the new year strong. Visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or the showroom near Commerce Casino.
Hey, it's Mace. Watching the game at home is fine. Cosm Los Angeles is next level, massive, high-res displays, real fans, real energy. Step into the dome. You're not watching the game, you're in it. Wraparound screens, reserved seating, total immersion. There's the hall, delivers live, multi-view sports, every game, every moment. Craft cocktails, local favorites, plus the deck, rooftop bar with can't-miss views. Football, NBA, Premier League, UFC, immersive movies. This is how sports are meant to be watched. Get tickets now at Cosm.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
My name's Brian Windhurst, and I've seen a lot of good offense in my life. If you're looking to initiate some offense of your own against your high-interest credit card debt, I'm letting you know a SoFi personal loan might be the play. A SoFi personal loan could be quite the triple threat with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as the same day funding. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/offense. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/offense. NMLS 696891.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
I mean, what I'm thinking is, don't you know who I am? You're not responding to me?
I'm Steve Mason.
Exactly.
Mason and Ireland.
What? It's an outrage.
It is an outrage.
Back to the guys.
All right, here we go. It's Game of Games time. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Pepe, Michael Thompson, John Ireland, Brian Cohen, and Emily Hebel all playing along here. It is a birthday game, fact or fiction.
Okay.
Fact or fiction. So I'm going to give you a fact about a celebrity that's turning, that has a birthday this week, and you tell me if it's real or if I made it up. Number 1, Nick Nolte turns 85 this week. He is known for one of the most notorious celebrity mugshots of all time back in 2002. Among his Malibu neighbors, though, he's also known as the guy with too many pet goats. At one point, neighbors called Animal Control, who reported that he had 10 goats living on his compound. Is that fact or is that fiction, Pepe?
Fact.
Fact. Michael.
Fiction.
Fiction. Ireland.
Fiction.
Fiction. BC.
Fact.
Fact. M.
Fact.
It is absolutely, completely, and totally made up.
All right, so Michael and I are on the board.
Yep, number 2. Michael B. Jordan turns 38 this week. His middle name is Bakari. Is that fact or is that fiction, Michael Thompson?
Fiction.
Fiction. Ireland.
Fiction.
Fiction. Brian Cohen.
Fact.
Fact. M.
Fiction.
Fiction. Pepe.
Fact.
It is 100% a fact. The Michael B. Jordan, the B stands for Bakari.
Brian, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Em, you did not, right?
I did not.
All right, Emily's the only one eligible for Lucky Loser.
Okay. Number 3. Saquon Barkley turns 28 this week. He understood all the Bad Bunny halftime lyrics because he's fluent in Spanish. Is that fact or is that fiction, John Ireland?
Fiction.
Fiction. Brian Cohen.
Fiction.
M.
Fact.
Pepe.
Fiction.
Michael Thompson.
Fiction. Never heard that.
It's 100% true. It's true that Saquon Barkley is fluent in
Just
Spanish. I think, in fact, it was spoken around the home.
Oh, wait a minute. So, Em, you're the only one who got that?
Yep.
So now everybody has one. No Lucky Loser today.
All right. Number 4. James Dean, born in 1931, died 24 years later, would have been 95 this week. He was killed in a car crash. He was driving his Porsche 550 Spider, and his nickname for the car was Little Bastard. Is that fact or is that fiction, Brian Cohen?
I'll go fact.
Fact. M.
Fiction.
Fiction. Pepe.
That's fact.
Michael.
Fiction.
Ireland.
Fact.
It is 100% a fact. Yes, he called his car the Little Bastard.
All right, Pepe got it. I got it. Anybody else?
Brian.
Brian, okay. Brian has 2, John has 2, Pepe has 2, Em and Michael 1.
Okay, number 5. Writer John Grisham turned 71 this week. Among his Oxford, Mississippi neighbors, he is also known as the guy with too many pet goats. At one point, neighbors called Animal Control, who reported that he had 10 goats living on his compound. Is that fact or is that fiction? Start with Brian Cohen.
Fiction.
Says fiction. M.
You're obsessed with goats today. Fiction.
Pepe.
I'm going to say fact.
Fact. Michael Thompson.
Fact.
Fact. John Ireland.
Are you going to do it to us twice? I'm going fact.
And I did it to you twice. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, boy, that was a treat for your ears. Yes,
right.
No, I made it up again.
All right, so
20 goats.
Who got that right?
I got it right.
Emily,
Brian.
anybody else? Brian, anybody else? No. Okay, so Brian's got the lead with 3, and everyone's chasing him.
Also, Grisham lives in Charlottesville.
I thought he lived in Oxford, Mississippi.
He lives in
He did at one
Okay.
point.
He
live
did
in
at one
Oxford.
point.
I know
Okay.
that.
Number 6, Jennifer Aniston turns 57 this week. She's of Greek descent, and she loves baklava. In a 2012 Parade magazine article, she is quoted as saying, "Great baklava is just as good as great sex." Em, is that real, or did I make it up?
Fact.
Fact. Pepe.
Fact.
Fact. Michael.
Fact.
Fact. Ireland.
Fact.
And Brian Cohen.
Fiction.
Brian Cohen is the one that gets the point. It is
you
fiction.
made it
Totally
up.
made that up.
All right, so wait, how many are left now? Brian may have his headlock
3.
here.
3 left.
Okay, so Michael, you've got to go opposite of Brian starting now.
Number 7, Abraham Lincoln would have turned 217 this week. He was a cat lover. His 2 beloved cats, Tabby and Dixie, were known to eat at the White House dinner table. Is that fact or is that fiction? Brian, you're the leader.
Fact.
Says fact. Michael, you going fiction. M?
Fiction.
John?
Fiction.
And Pepe?
Fact.
It is a fact, yes.
Oh, that means Pepe and Brian are the only ones left.
Wow.
Okay, Brian has 5, Pepe has 3. There's only 2 left,
Yeah,
right?
so
All
you
right.
No, I have 4, no?
You have 3, I have you 4, unless you got the last one right, which you didn't, I don't think. All right, so you're 2 back with 2 to go. Okay.
Number 8. Jerry Springer would have turned 82 this week. In the early 70s, he was a rising star in Ohio politics, but was forced to step down because he hired a prostitute. He got caught because he wrote a personal check to the woman. Is that fact or is that fiction, Brian Cohen?
Go fact.
You have to go fiction.
I have to?
You do.
Well, fiction.
And we have a winner.
Yeah. I knew that was true.
Yeah,
I knew that one
absolutely
either.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, way to go, man.
Brian,
2 in a row for
Commanding
All
lead
right.
for Brian. It's 3 wins.
Do the last couple for fun. This is
Okay.
the last one. Number 9, Laura Dern turns 59 this week. She and her mother, Diane Ladd, were nominated for Best Actress for a movie called Rambling Rose. That's only the second time that's happened, following back in 1933 when Eddie Garland and his son Eddie Garland Jr. were both nominated for a movie called Sunday at the Fair. Pepe, what do you think? Is that real or did I make it up?
I think it's real.
Michael?
Real.
John?
You made it up.
Fiction.
M?
Fact, and Travis was there.
It's totally made up.
Oh, no.
There is no Eddie Garland Jr. Our tiebreaker. Lincoln was known as the man from Illinois. He lived in Springfield, Illinois. How far is it between Springfield, Illinois, and Washington, D.C.? How many miles is it? Go ahead and think up a number. Okay, everybody got some? Pepe, what do you think?
2,000 miles.
2,000.
2,000 miles.
Pepe, that was a bad guess.
460.
460. John.
722.
722. Brian.
419.
419. M.
I said 1,700.
The correct answer, John Ireland. This is right on it. 705 miles. So
Wow.
you're right there.
Pretty close.
Very close to hitting it on the nose, and there's your game of games brought to you by Jacob Imrani. Remember, he's the guy that we trust. He's the guy that you should trust if you are involved in any kind of accident. Easiest number in the world to remember, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Pepe, before you leave, what do you expect from tonight's game?
Is it in the fridge?
Oh, the Lakers are going to win.
Lakers are going to win.
Yeah.
There's a
So
pick.
he's put it in the fridge.
Well, is it in the fridge, Pepe?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, he
All right,
put it on the now.
Pepe. All right.
Ireland, now he's doing the fridge.
Yeah, you guys are disrespectful.
Disrespectful of the Dallas Mavericks.
Of the fridge.
Of the
I don't
fridge.
care about the Mavericks. They're disrespectful of the fridge.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, Super Crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Now loading LAFC 2026.
Oh, what a goal!
and expectations are high. MLS Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup, Leagues Cup.
Hey, this is Son Heung-min. ESPN LA is black and gold.
Every trophy, every match, every moment matters.
It is Denis Bouanga, Los Angeles Football Club.
The black and gold are coming for it all.
LAFC 2026. Loading now on ESPN LA.
Nothing like Valentine's Day in a cozy casita. My own private plunge pool, extra fluffy bed. Wait, is this thing on? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
From Cielo above to Mosen below, we've got Surf and Turf 3 special ways this Valentine's Day.
Number 2.
The best part of getting here is it's so easy.
And the number 1 reason.
Lunar New Year. Pin your wish on our wishing wall, and it really could come true. The 20th or 21st.
Morongo, good times.
Your heart works hard for you every day. February is American Heart Month, and it's a great time to check in on your heart health. Hey, it's Chris Morales, and Providence brings together some of the brightest minds in cardiac care, all focused on protecting what matters most, your heart. Their teams combine advanced treatments with
reason why people choose Rotolo Chevrolet. They come from all over California.
210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit right there in Fontana. I'm going to remember that the rest of my life.
Love it.
And of course, RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO Chevy.com.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What is everybody?
What the hell's going on?
We are at Hollywood Park Casino for the grand opening of House Rules, guys.
Hello.
That's where we are.
What is House Rules?
It is, you know how we go to Legends Attic out in Claremont, Will Hershiser's spot? It is a one of their new ventures here at Hollywood Park Casino. They got a little on-site store as well with a lot of cool stuff from Legends Attic that is here as well. So, it's the grand opening of that.
So it's kind of Legends Attic expanding?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I think
fun.
that's a good way to say it. It's called
Trav,
House
you'll be interested
Rules.
in this tonight in the second quarter. In the third chair at the Lakers-Mavs game is Oral Hershiser.
Wow!
I can't wait.
He's joining Michael and I for part of the broadcast tonight.
Are you guys going to break down the 88 Dodgers and his 59 consecutive scoreless innings? I can't wait to hear
I'm
it.
sure we'll come up with things he's comfortable talking about.
Will he get a chance to do actual play-by-play? Or is he doing commentary?
If he wants to, Justin Bieber did it.
Yeah, Bieber did play-by-play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll offer him that opportunity.
Sure. Guys, what else is going on out there?
Well, I'm
you going to play any cards? You going to play any poker?
No. I don't know. There will be no cards.
That's where I play.
We'll see.
I play
We'll
at
see how
Hollywood Park.
the evening unfolds. DeMarco and I are standing next to what is that? Is that 10 feet, DeMarco?
That is at least 10 feet.
A 10 feet tall painting, a Dave Hobrecht painting of Clayton Kershaw celebrating his 3,000th strikeout.
Wow.
So
yes.
We've got that right in our
and
background.
a really intimidating 6'9"
Tom Brady.
picture of Tom Brady.
Isaac Bruce is coming out today. Oral will be here today.
Yes.
So it's a good day.
Chris is here. We're having fun.
I was going to bury the lead for Mason Iron. Travis's favorite part of today
Double lit.
is that Morales is here.
It's a live imaging Thursday.
Travis loves lit so much.
You
really do.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I can hear it. Like I can hear
my voice.
The synergy that exists.
And when he found out that Hollywood Park Casino had one request in this event, we want to make sure Chris Morales is up there like the Rams postgame shows. Travis was like, you know what?
I was thinking the same thing, guys.
They beat me to it.
They beat you to
I
it.
was going to ask you, if they didn't do it, I was going to do it,
There
but
you
they
go.
got there first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Did you hear tomorrow we're doing a round of the dating game for him?
Oh, you are?
She's our bachelorette tomorrow.
So,
Okay.
Trav, what do you think should be the first question Emily asks the potential bachelors?
Oh.
I actually know two of the bachelors.
Okay, it has to be something media related because media is so important to Em, and she is so deeply invested in that, and that could be a make or break right out of the chute. So I think it needs to be something in the TV, movies, podcast realm that she's consumed with.
What type of question? Like, what do you
listen to? What do you like? Or you do like this type of thing? Or if somebody tells you they like this or that, something in that.
Right.
In that.
By the way, Emily debuted this morning on the morning show.
Oh, I
Which
heard.
could be birthed into the weekly Emily segment. She was that good.
Wow.
She was amazing on the morning
She
show.
killed it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. By the way, we know two of the players for the dating game. I decided I love getting DMs from people, but I decided to reach out to people that I think would be good. So far, Kurt Sandoval and the commissioner of my fantasy baseball league, Jason Chu. Those are the two so far.
Now, Kurt Sandoval is way outside of her age requirement.
Yeah.
Kurt Sandoval is the same one that told me that I looked like I was 65 years old, so don't pick him out.
And Kurt might be 65 at this point. He's about my age.
He said to me at one point, when I think it was at the softball game one year when he was playing in our softball game, and he says to me, he goes, we were talking and just kind of chit-chatting. He goes, well, you and I are about the same age. And I looked at him, I said, well, how old are you? And I think at the time he said he was 62 or 3, and I was like 51. I'm like, well, that's not how that works. No, I'm not the same age as you.
So I wanted to play something for you. This is always funny. Yesterday we did a little Winter Olympics. I want to duck in a little Winter Olympics here. Listen to this skier in the men's Super G.
Bertrand. Oh, the gate to the groin for Yannick Bertrand, and you could hear it.
Yeah, you could.
And if you're a man, you could feel it. Wow, watch this again. Oh, the Frenchman. Oh, monsieur. Wow, the boys took a beating on that one.
Who is that announcer? That guy's fantastic.
That was awesome.
Boys took a beating.
By the way, the thing I love is you can actually hear the guy. You can hear him screaming. Listen, hear it. Listen for the guy.
Bertrand.
Now, hey, Michael, why? If you're a slalom skier, why would you not wear a cup?
Well, you're
not expecting to
go
hit
through the
anything,
gate,
and you're trying to be as aerodynamic as you can,
but
right?
that's like saying to
not very
a
comfortable
race
either.
car driver, you don't have to wear a helmet. You're not expecting to hit the wall. I mean, come
It's
on.
true. It's true. You got to protect for any eventuality.
Well, especially the boys. You got to protect the boys.
Yeah, the boys took a beating there, huh?
A lot of guys in the NBA don't wear cups.
Is that true?
You guys know
Nobody
who
wears
that
a cup.
play-by-play guy is? Who is that?
He's
That
a
guy's
legend.
amazing.
No,
We will do a deep dive and figure out who it is.
Yeah, that guy was great.
God, that's so
Do
funny.
baseball players still wear cups?
Catchers do.
Yes.
Yes.
So do infielders.
Yeah.
Do pitchers don't, right, Trav?
I learned the hard way. I did. I didn't until I did. And then you
Caught one?
Yeah. I mean, it's
DeMarco, do football players wear cups?
No, I never wore a cup. Every now and then it happens, but no, I never wore a cup. They're uncomfortable, man. They really are. You don't want to play football in those things.
They are uncomfortable, but when you're, by the time you let go of that ball as a pitcher, you're about 55 feet away from a guy who hits the ball pretty hard occasionally, and sometimes it comes back at you, and you're standing on one leg, and good luck.
Got to be a pro.
Let me ask you, Ireland, is it possible that was Dan Hicks?
No. I know, Dan. That wasn't
What about
him.
It's
Ted
not
Liggety?
from this year. It's
It's not from
not
this
from
year?
this year.
Okay, it's not from this year.
Okay.
But it got resurfaced.
Wow, that poor guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was not Dan. Dan is excellent.
Oh, Dan is fantastic.
You know who
I
Dan's
need an
married
update.
to?
How is he doing?
Hannah Storm.
Hannah Storm, yeah.
They've been married for a long time.
I love Hannah Storm. I'm such a huge Hannah Storm fan.
Wait a minute,
She is
that
so
sound
good.
wasn't from this year's Winter Olympics?
No, I guess
it's-
that's
it apparently surfaced.
Classic Winter Olympics?
Yeah, that's a classic clip from the Winter Olympics. Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That scream is a little too close.
It is
to
a little
home.
scary.
That
It is a little scary. How much of the Winter Olympics are you actually watching?
I've watched it every night since they've started.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they're very fun to watch.
They are fun to watch.
By the way, earlier in the show, Travis, what do you think she said? I offered Emily $10,000 if she never listens to another Taylor Swift song for the rest of her life. Do you think she took it?
No.
I don't think she took it, but I would encourage her to take it.
Yeah, I would encourage her to take it, too. She said, no, I need more money. How much you need,
What's your price? What's your price?
What is the number?
If you give me 50.
50.
50. Wow.
That's
I like to do what I like to do. I like listening to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But there's other music you do like.
Mace, there is not an artist that exists in the world that if you gave me $10,000, I would not
Springsteen?
stop listening. No, done.
No.
Eagles?
Tom Petty.
Done.
Michael McDonald?
100%.
Done.
What about a whole
100%.
genre?
Wow.
Yacht rock.
Done.
Oh, come on.
Give me the money.
Wow.
Why are you doing that?
Give me the
Why
money.
are you being anti-yacht rock?
I'm not.
Wow.
I'm just. It's a hypothetical.
Would you give up
Everybody
yacht
loves
rock for 10 grand?
For 10 grand?
Chris,
Wow,
you'd
that's
give
low.
up Yacht Rock for 10 grand.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
What
a chance.
What would your number be?
There is not a number. I have too many yacht rock ties, and Stephanie and I, and we have too much joy with our friends Yacht Week
Right,
crew.
but-
Why would I give up the number?
Because
if you're
Stephanie
saying seven
would,
figures,
because
maybe.
Stephanie
So
would
there is a
kill
number.
you if I offered you $500,000 and you turned it down.
Oh, I would turn down 500,000.
Yeah, but Steph
If you're
would.
talking
Really?
$1 million, maybe I'd think.
500,000? I might consider turning down
No, I
like
won't
Prince
turn it down.
forever.
There's too much
you know?
joy.
Maybe.
You
know?
don't need 500 grand.
No more Michael Jackson
You know
forever.
what?
But here's the
Chris,
thing: if you
know
got
what's
500,
you know what's more joy than Yacht Rock? 500 grand worth of joy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
listen, if you got an extra 500K, DeMarco, maybe then your wife would
I
cook
knew
dinner
you.
for
See,
you.
I knew he was trying to set that up.
Do you
See,
have a-
I saw that
She
coming.
finally cooked dinner.
Yes, blocked.
Blocked.
Wait, this has been an issue with you and your wife, DeMarco?
Yeah, his
no,
wife
John-
doesn't
see,
cook
John,
dinner,
don't
Johnny
get into
I.
it. Don't feed into it. Let
So,
it go.
Johnny I
See?
want to ask you a question.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my God.
Do you and Lisa switch? I know you guys go out a lot.
Yeah.
But do you switch off cooking dinner, or how does that work in the Ireland
I
household?
never cook dinner. She cooks about 3 times a week.
Okay.
And
now,
then
what if she cooked 0 times a week and just refused?
That'd be fine.
Come on, DeMarco, man up.
Thank you, John.
Man up, DeMarco.
So she's not cooking
Oh
dinner
my
for
God!
you?
Don't get Michael involved.
Yeah,
what are
man
you
up.
doing to me?
Tell him you want some steak tonight.
She made something. I just told him she made something last night, so it's working.
I'll
Keep
tell
it
you,
up.
What,
You know-
toast? Will she make
By
you
the
toast?
way, Morales, why is it DeMarco's wife's job to make dinner and not DeMarco's?
Because DeMarco's out
Because
working.
so here's the thing. It's funny you asked that. So DeMarco has made this an off-air bit, and you know what I do. I take off-air bits and make them real.
Right.
Since he changed to afternoon drive, he has hinted to her that he wants like dinner prepared because by the time he gets home, he wants to make sure the kids aren't getting a bunch of to-go meals and like fast food. It's
late.
Okay.
It's late.
There you go.
So he has had a gripe, and he hasn't known how to broach the subject with her. And I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of that."
Yeah, yeah.
Because she listens to the show.
Okay, so what I would say if I was representing DeMarco's wife is, DeMarco, you're on your way home every night around that time. Pick up dinner for the family.
Jeez.
Been done.
That's what's happening.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, DeMarco,
We're
you're
good.
soft. You're soft.
Oh my God! See,
what are you
Michael, come
talking
on.
about?
How would you approach
you
it,
pick up
Michael?
food all the time.
Because I'm a
All
chef.
the time.
You're not a chef.
You got to be more. You know what? Megan Thee Stallion is an excellent
Oh, yeah,
cook. She
yeah.
is an
I
excellent
keep
cook.
hearing that.
She's
Yeah.
cooking for
Yes.
Clay. So your wife could cook for you.
I hate you right now, Chris.
Listen,
You got
the-
Michael going.
What's
The
her
fact
best-
that you
what's
never
her
brought
best-
them in on this.
What's her best dish, DeMarco?
Everything Korean. Anything
Korean.
Korean she can
Travis,
make. Yeah.
Travis is sitting there quiet because Susan cooks for you every night, right, Trav?
Not every night, but she cooks
There
frequently.
you go. Travis, tell him how to do it, Trav.
What
I
are you
don't-
living in father's nose best territory?
That's what we need.
Feels like
Bring
it.
back the
Come on.
traditions.
That
No,
is
Susan-
ridiculous.
Susan cooks probably about the same, probably 3 times a week. She'll make something, and I'll make something a couple of times, and,
And
we'll
then
go
you
out
go
together
out.
a couple of
Yeah,
times.
that makes sense.
Poor
Yeah.
DeMarco's.
I don't mind cooking. It's just,
You
sometimes
making a
it
ham
gets late.
sandwich every
DeMarco,
night?
Every
DeMarco?
now and then.
Let-
Every now and then it would be
DeMarco,
nice.
one
That's
word
all.
is the key to your
What are
happiness.
you cooking tonight? Hot dogs?
Say again?
No, DeMarco, one word is the key to getting out of all this trouble.
What is that?
BB go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. Very nice.
You throw it in the microwave and you're off and running.
Just
Hey,
BB, go for it.
DeMarco, what's for dinner tonight? Cereal?
How, Michael? How
No
would you
milk, man.
suggest DeMarco try to rectify this issue. You keep telling him to man up. In what form should he man up?
Baby, I'm on my way home. I want some pork chops, some mashed potatoes, and green beans.
And I want my feet rubbed, and I want the children bathed, and I want the dog put to death.
Come on, DeMarco, man. You played in the NFL.
Hey, you're a Super Bowl champion,
Michael's
DeMarco.
like
Look
a
at you.
character on Leave It to Beaver.
you really are. It's like,
That's right.
my God.
When Archie Bunker comes home, Edith has dinner on the table every time.
that's who you sound like, Archie Bunker. That's exactly who you are.
I like that Archie Bunker is the epitome of marital bliss.
Right,
Here's the
that's
thing,
right.
and you should ask Oral about this later, Oral Hershiser.
You're going to bring Oral into
Hold
this
on
too?
for a
Oh,
second,
no.
because
Okay.
years ago, he doesn't do it as much on Twitter anymore, but he used to post his snacks that he would have with him in the press box during the game that his wife prepared for him.
Oh, nice.
Different snacks each night. Your wife won't even prepare snacks for you.
Look,
Marco.
that's
Some
just
potato
one
chips?
aspect of life. Come on. There's,
Yeah, no
plenty, there's plenty of other
Michael,
aspects.
no
We're good.
potato chips, nothing.
No,
It would be
Michael
nice.
sent me a clip
be
last week from All in the Family where Meathead, Rob Reiner, tried to serve Archie horse meat, but didn't tell him it was horse meat.
Yeah.
And Archie eats it. He goes, "This is pretty good. What kind of meat is this?"
Yeah.
And Gloria, Sally Struthers, leans over and whispers to Edith, "It's horse meat, but we can't tell Dad." And she goes, "Oh, Archie, it's not." And did they eventually tell him or no?
No. Edith ran in the kitchen and threw up, but she didn't tell Archie.
My gosh.
What a fantastic show that was.
It was the best.
Yes.
So what happened, guys? No Pepe today? Just Michael?
Pepe wandered
Well,
out.
we didn't know. We kicked Pepe out because we thought Trav and DeMarco were coming in.
Oh.
But
if you want to hear some Pepe,
It's on the tape.
it's on the tape.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to it.
What kind of insight did Pepe have for us today? Anything good?
I'll tell you what. John, you sum it up.
Pepe is the one person in America that would not trade for Victor
That's true. He
Wembanyama.
would not trade for Victor
He's
Wembanyama.
unimpressed
Yeah.
with Wemby.
He wants to see
okay.
more. I need to see more.
Pepe and Greg Bergman are not
There
impressed.
you
They're
go.
not impressed by
What-
Wemby.
He didn't mean that, right?
What else would he like to see out of
didn't mean that.
curiosity?
Apparently, 25 points in the first quarter
let me-
is
It's
not
not enough.
Let me ask Travis
In
and
8
DeMarco.
minutes.
Let me ask Travis
8
DeMarco.
minutes.
DeMarco, Travis, which team has the more unique athlete, the Spurs or the Dodgers with Ohtani?
Yeah, that's a good, interesting question.
Wemby he doesn't even seem human to me.
Yeah.
I know Ohtani is the greatest living baseball player that anyone has ever seen. Never seen that. But Wemby is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he's going to get better. I got to go with Wemby. Sheer size and
Athleticism.
dudes that big don't look that athletic.
Michael,
No.
you
Or
think it's
coordinated.
Ohtani, right?
I
Me?
think it's Wemby because there's no answer for him.
See, I think it's
Yeah.
Ohtani
Yeah, you're right.
because he can hit home
Both,
runs,
yeah.
he can steal bases,
I know.
he can pitch.
You're not
I mean,
wrong.
it's the whole thing.
It's
Trav?
Wemby, I think, because Ohtani, while he's one of one, obviously, but we've seen guys that can hit and pitch. You just haven't seen it in the major leagues. But
Right.
we've never seen a 7'5" guy
He's
that's
got no
a
rival.
handle and
Yeah.
shoot and can
Yeah,
block
there is
shots.
no
It's just-
comp.
There's no rival.
Nothing.
No.
There's nothing.
So I want to tackle one more thing. So we were
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15